everybody! Have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special afternoon/early evening DP presentation. Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. Also, we're trying to get a little bit closer to our goal. We have a weekly goal, and we're not very close to it, but we still have the rest of this stream, and then the show tomorrow, and then the pre-show on Friday, and then the bonus show on Saturday. So we got plenty of time, but I'm putting this stream out there right now so we can get a little closer to it. The link to our Streamlabs is pinned right there in the chat. If you want to help contribute to our weekly goal, we would really appreciate it. It's right there. It's not required, but it's much appreciated. By the way, the return of the soundboards has occurred. I now have multiple different soundboards. I have a King Cobra one.
I'm a 27-year-old sexy goth stud who hasn't been laid in a year.
Yeah, I have that one. I made a Sturgis soundboard.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sturgis. Dicks, balls, and back.
So there's that. And then thanks to Lord Magicus, who somehow found this, the old school Brett Keane soundboard that we used to use in the old days of DP has been salvaged, and we have it now.
Brett Keane is absolutely retarded.
So we've got all kinds of this stuff back again, and I'm making more and more leeway. So I'm really glad that, you know, even though
Idiot that looks like Rey Mysterio.
We're back again with some really cool stuff, and in honor of this being back, I'm going to go ahead and do a Brett Keane's reaction segment later on.
Drunken dumbasses.
So I still need to get the Iron Sheik one. I need to go back and get that one because that one was amazing. But yeah, so that exists. That is back in the rotation. As long as I can remember to use it.
Penis.
That's Sturgis right there.
I'll use my camera to essentially look directly into it and tell you to go fuck yourself.
So there it is. Please like the stream. We appreciate it. And please throw us a couple bucks here and there to help keep the ball rolling here on the goal. So we are going to take a look at a very unexpected interview. Keffals, who we've only very briefly mentioned on this channel, did about a half-hour long interview with Chris Chan, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen that Chris Chan has done.
So I think it would be interesting to react to it. Please like the stream, by the way, to let more people know that we're about to get into this, and let's get it started now.
If they were to write a book about the history of the internet, Christine Weston Chandler, better known online under the name Chris Chan, would probably have several chapters dedicated to them. Known as the most documented person online, there's no shortage of information.
Some people say online, and some people say just period, the most documented person. I don't know which one it is.
About her. Chris Chan, A Comprehensive History, is now at part 82.
Or if it's all hyperbole and it's just not even true at all. I have no idea. It sounds good, though. I like to repeat it because it sounds good.
Documenting her entire life. The reasons for this obsession with Christine are far too complex for me to address here, but let's just say that she is not known primarily for positive reasons. People are in fact so obsessed with her that before I could even upload this video, I was given my own entry on the Sonichu wiki, which I have printed off and hung on my wall to show off like a trophy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. As soon as the interview was known, or word of the interview got out, you're now part of the Christery. Eternally part of the Christery. If not only for this alone.
If you want to know more about Christine and the controversy surrounding her, I would recommend a 2-part podcast series done by Behind the Bastards entitled...
No, Gino Samuel, that's probably the best way to get the unabridged history of Christianity. Maybe these are more of an abridged history, a 2-part, hour-long, each an hour-long series. I'm not going to shit on this because I haven't watched it. It might be good.
Terrible story about the internet. On August 2nd, 2021, Christine was released from Central Virginia Regional Jail after charges were pressed against her for raping her mother. The charges were dropped on...
I like how Keffals says it in the video, but then has to edit it out. And I also hate how words are basically banned for all intents and purposes. There are multiple words that people know they should not put in their videos if they want them to be monetized, and that's basically it's no one's fault other than YouTube's for becoming what they were originally the alternative to.
March 27th, 2023, and Christine has remained relatively low profile since. During her time in jail, a campaign I organized to get Cloudflare to drop the website Kiwi Farms as a customer succeeded, and
yeah, that's all that succeeded. And what you also succeeded in was making more people aware of Kiwi Farms. Sorry, I almost said Quickie Farms. I think that's what it used to be called, but now it's Kiwi Farms. Yeah. There were so many people that had no idea what Kiwi Farms was, and then the mainstream attention to the Keffals story made more people aware of it, and Kiwi Farms still exists. Kiwi Farms still exists. That's it. It's all you did was boost the awareness of it. It still exists. And you can make it go away. It'll just come back up somewhere else.
This caught the attention of Christine, who was aware that many years ago, Kiwi Farms would go by another name, the Quickie Forums. A few months ago, Christine reached out to me asking to come onto my channel and have a conversation with me. I do not believe Christine is a completely innocent victim, nor do I believe she is an entirely evil and reprehensible person. She has done terrible things and has had terrible things done to her.
Okay.
My interest in this conversation came from a place of wanting to understand her, and not mock or belittle her, as that is already overabundant on this platform.
Of course.
The following video is the conversation that took place. So I know when I...
By the way, Kiwi Farms, I was able to get there just by typing in a URL. The last URL that I knew of Kiwi Farms, typed it right in and it came right up.
Put this interview up. Like, a lot of the people who are going to watch this already know who you are. But
yeah.
I guess what I wanted to ask, like, starting this off is, for the people who aren't familiar with who you are, how would you describe yourself?
Well...
Okay. Right off the bat, there was kind of what I would call the look on Chris Chan's face here. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Familiar with who you are. How would you describe yourself?
Well...
Right there. maybe it's the lights or the camera. I don't know, but that first look, I was like, woo.
My phone name, which I'm looking to legally update soon enough, it's Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler.
Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler. Sonichu.
Prime.
Prime. That's a very long name.
And the prime of all my self-counterparts throughout the multiverse. But essentially who and what I am actually the one avatar of all existence, but I'm also
I've already forgotten it. I can't, my memory's not so good these days, and that was a very long name.
I'm also...
Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu Prime? Was that it?
So the artist and creator and chronicler of the Sonichu and Roshu species, especially in particular that of the specials, which are the ones that have more abilities in them as opposed to the regulars, because the Sonichus and Roshus, they are species of Pokemon.
That Sonichu medallion right there that Jesus Christine is wearing here looks like it's been to hell and back. Look at it. It looks like it's practically charcoal at this point. It's so dirty and nasty looking.
Electric hedgehogs, along with their evolved form Metaxas and Amprosis and their pre-evolved form Sonics and Rosies, the baby Pokemon, you know. But anyway, so I've written and drawn multiple books, and I'm looking to get back into that much more.
Was that a jail? It's like jail-made alcohol. This is Jesus Christine's jail-made Sonichu medallion. Is that what it is?
Or I'm going to be expanding my collab a bit, just essentially getting my posse together in a way with my friend.
That quick posse, rolling with the CWC posse.
Who's helping me out here, which I'm renting the place I'm in right now. Putting that out there.
Yeah, so I have to say, Jesus Christine here has their own place, is moving up in the world. So, you know, out of tragedy came new opportunity for Jesus Christine. Right now, I would say they're you know, it got them out of their parents' house. They seem a lot more together. Maybe it's the guidance of this person that they came across upon being in jail. It's definitely, this is the best I've seen the positioning of their life at this point.
In case anybody asking, because I know I'm breaking the fourth wall, you're asking. Oh, you weens out there. You don't know better.
It must have been a long journey for you.
Oh, epically.
People have been fascinated with you for more than 2 decades. Like, I've heard people call you the most documented person in history. There have been content creators who have made entire careers just out of talking about you. And I guess I just wanted to ask, what does it feel like to be the closest equivalent of a real-world Truman Show?
Oh, that's actually a decent comparison. But yeah.
So, Jesus Christine liked that comparison.
It has its blessings, and then it also has its drawbacks. I mean, shoot, I want to respond to somebody on Twitter, especially on something I feel very passionate about. And then it's like, you know, I'll make a comment on like Twitter, like I did recently, and then the weens, the toxic ones, those darkest sinners among the minority, literally less than 1% of the whole worldwide population, that level irredeemable. But anyway, so just they get on me like that, and they badgered the person that originally posted that tweet, and then that person that posted the tweet that I commented on just blocks me. Well, that's not the answer, because they're still going to attack them regardless. So the thing to do is just obviously just identify those that made those comments, just talk about me, building on to the drama of it all, as opposed to just answering the question of which the individual was talking about, and just blocking them who made the comments.
Okay, I don't know what that rant was all about. That kind of seemed off focus from the questions Keffals asked. But that's interesting to know. So, and I remember Jesus Christine acting upset that some of their favorite people on Twitter had blocked them just because of the drama that was out there.
But anyway, shoot, it's a real mess. So on the one hand, it's just a good way to get away, clear my head, man.
I noticed that Jesus Christine will very often go into a meditative state.
Reconnect, and just move forward.
How do you move forward from here?
Getting ready to enter a meditative state on that question and use some enlightened mystical wisdom to come up with the appropriate answer to that tough question.
I try to clear my head as best I can.
Yep.
I don't always have the ability to do that, but when I take my deep breath and get into my meditative mindset, and just obviously I connect with everything. But it allows me to get myself grounded, and then I just feel better.
Like your parents never seem to be able to do.
Still have the problem mastering it though. I mean, just, between my body and brain here, just having difficulty mastering my powers and abilities and getting a better understanding of it all. At least we're making good progress along the way.
I guess it's a skill. It takes a long time. I know I still struggle with that.
Yeah, certainly did with me, even in my past lives and iterations of myself.
Okay, in this interview, there are several black screens that last a few seconds. I'm wondering if whoever edited this didn't close the gaps between the different clipped segments. So now there's like a few seconds of nothing between each, piece of clip.
So, one thing I did want to ask is, well, I was preparing for this.
Okay, so, to be honest with you, I don't expect Keffals to, challenge. I wouldn't do it either. You don't normally, because, you'll see me, stream with Gail. I'm not challenging her worldview. I'm not trying to debate her based on her worldview and the things that she says that I think sound pretty out there. You don't do that. You're not going to convince someone like that they're wrong. You don't try to argue with it. They're not going to be like, what? I never thought of it that way. You're best to just kind of roll with it and talk to them on their level. You're not there to do a therapy session.
Interview, I was pouring over so much of what people have written about you, all of the Christory, they called it. They created an entire.
You're part of it now, Keffals.
About your own personal history. But the thing that's always missing, and why I thought it would be really fascinating to talk to you, is how you feel about it, your own opinions on these things. How would you summarize the last 2 decades of your life since you got the attention of the internet?
Massive, crazy roller coaster.
A massive, crazy roller coaster. The last, almost 20 years has been for Chris Chan.
As I am, and as I was in my past life and everything, I would have attracted all this whether or not we had the internet, but I have my mixed feelings about it. I mean, I have felt angry and upset with a lot of the downsides and those that tried to, they bullied me, they pick on me, they blackmailed to see me.
It's been 2 decades since Chris Chan has been a known person on the internet. I think it was 2006, 2007, right? So it's been almost 2 decades.
That obviously just dragged.
Maybe it was even before that. What was the first year?
My good name to the worst of mud, muck, and bodily fluids, and just their whole twisting it around and just making me a whole bad individual, which of course I'm not. I'm very kind. I have empathy and compassion. And in my works, I've managed to try to convey that, but obviously it's not perfect because of the influences from these individuals that just effect.
By the way, please like the stream. That's something all you guys can do for free just to help get more people in here in the chat and everything.
Not only me, but just our entire universe and timeline in general. And then just whew. So yeah, enough is enough.
Okay, I don't count the Sonic sweepstakes in the 90s or whenever that was. I don't count that. I would count, when those comics were first discovered, the Sonichu comics, and then some of the early, like, I'm here, y'all are there. That first video, when did that happen? Was that 2005, 2006?
Sometime.
Or was it 2003? It was something like that. And I know that I think Jesus Christine was maybe like 19, 20 years old at the time.
I just feel that I tolerate as much as I can, and of course I keep an optimistic output and faith in the kindness and good and love of everyone in general, including yourself.
I think like every person, even when they're an empathetic person, we all make mistakes. And I guess...
Oh, most definitely.
Looking back, do you have any regrets?
Hi, Ivy.
I'd say just essentially let myself fall for the theoretical X's, as I call it.
2007, and Chris was 25. Yeah, Chris is a year younger than me. So me and I was 25 in 2006. So yeah, that's definitely, that checks out.
And let them do me over like they did. And I'm just gonna name drop this one, Joy, the Blue Spike that held my PlayStation Network accountable. And
was that edited out? It sounds like that was scrambled so you couldn't hear the name, which is probably a good move.
See, and saw the loss of Sanchi Medallion number 2. Number 3's
July,
testing the time. But that's just a
I watched a lot of this earlier, and they talk about Isabella Janke, and all that too. So that's interesting.
I'm not gonna go into right now because I think this expression just says enough.
Understandable.
Yeah. But aside from that, I do appreciate that, like, they had to help shape and develop me mentally and emotionally so I could have that damage within me to be stronger and more ready for it in the longer run, so that I could actually finally do something about it within like present tense in the recent years, especially after I managed to
in the present
clear my
tense
mind over the past couple of years.
So I can finally do something about it in the present tense.
So every blessing counts, and then I do observe just...
Does he mean like in the... Do they mean like in present time? Is that it?
The not so good things, which some of them can be considered blessings in disguise when you think about it.
Absolutely. I guess it's just been... There's been so many controversies that you've been involved with over the years. And...
Oh, yeah.
If you could go back and redo any of them, is there something that you would do differently?
Any of them. Alright, so...
Keffals already has an article on the Sonichu. Keffals showed that they had an article on her on one of the websites. Maybe not the Quickie.
Differently. Well, I guess if there's anything I would do differently, it's just try not to react so harshly. Just after I found the Encyclopedia Dramatic page about me back in late 2007, I believe it was.
Okay, yeah, that was when it kicked off.
Finding the graphic fan art of Rosie Rose Chew.
Huh?
Just being drawn with
Rose Chew, Sonichu, Rose Chew.
I mean, yeah. Originally, just like, I thought, she did end up becoming all female, but it turns out she was a male Raichu before she became the very first Roschu of all existence in general. And then just obviously physical transition from the chaos energy made her go from being a male Raichu to being a full intersex Roschu to being a fully female Roschu.
Interesting. I'm not up on the lore of the Sonichu and Rose Chew lore. I don't know anything about that, really. I haven't read the comics.
Which is why she did end up having the pointed tail, despite the fact that when I originally drew the Raichu in book 0, I wasn't totally aware of females' Raichus being different from the males' Raichus, just at the tail.
It's not Pokemon, it's not Sonic, it's a blend of Pokemon and Sonic.
Between a point to just a flat tip.
It's interesting you bring that up. That actually leads me into a question, because I've seen this criticism be made about you repeatedly at this point. Do you identify as transgender? There is a rumor that is going around where you apparently are not transgender and your entire transition is a ploy to prey on women.
Okay, so the rumor is based on a statement that Jesus Christine made in the past. So that's where the rumor comes from. Is it true or not? I have no idea. I don't know Jesus Christine, and I'm in no way qualified to say whether or not I think they're lying or not. So I'll just accept what they say at face value.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, there's definitely was a statement that I have seen where there was a statement made basically about how they were trying to widen their dating pool.
So false. I mean, I've been on the estradiol and the spiral nocturnal for years. I changed the mark of my driver's license from M to F.
So that is one thing that Jesus Christine here is on, like, you know, like hormone treatment, right? Like taking like hormones and shit to change their gender. So they are doing that.
I grew up my hair for one thing. I think these would also make a statement as
okay, thank you.
Well, but my eyes are up here.
Ha!
But seriously, no. Authentic.
HRT, that's what it's called. There you go. HRT.
I realized myself as identifying more feminine than masculine.
Feminine?
So I literally came out as that for myself. And I realized I like it both ways, so I fully identify as a bisexual trans woman. 2 of the stripes on the LGBTQIA flag colors.
I assume that's what the answer was, because this seems like pretty cut and paste transphobia that you see everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of it is, and then some of it's confusion just based on statements that we've seen in the past.
All the homophobia. I mean, I was affected by that as well, and then just the trolls on the internet bullying me and thrusting gay images on me, like when I had the Wikipedia and the individuals.
You know, I have seen it just be outright hate, and then I've seen people, even trans people that I've known, that were like, we don't claim Christine Weston Chandler. But, you know, one person doesn't speak for everybody. You know, a couple people doesn't speak for everybody.
Behind that, they just put them on the sides, like, you know, these gay boy ads lead to like porn sites or whatever.
What?
Hey, that's a thing. So, hey, don't force sexuality on others. Just let them find it out for themselves in their own enlightenments and developments, period. And just essentially, you find cringe in others, that's because you're likely finding something cringing in yourself.
So I see Rick Zella in the chat say, even the LGBT disavowed Chris Chan. Who's the LGBT? I mean, you can't speak, you know, just like I said earlier, you know, who's the official representative that disavowed them?
But hey, regardless of your background, where you had individuals that supported...
There's definitely people on both sides of the issue.
Who you were along the day, support others for who and what they were or not. Just, hey, do not judge others for things that you are yourself.
There were people who were...
Whoa, who edited this? Who did this edit? It's kind of weird. There's a lot of weird things with the way it was cut.
Telling me when this was announced that talking to you and putting this on a public platform would be irresponsible, saying that
there's always going to be people, whether they're genuine with that or they're just concerned trolling, you're going to get that no matter what. Oh, why are you platforming someone who's mentally ill, who can't, like, think for themselves? That kind of stuff. It's not even worth repeating.
You are so mentally unwell and you're neurologically, developmentally challenged that it would actually hurt you in order to talk to you. But I didn't go forward with any of those concerns because as someone who has been targeted by these hate sites and these stalking sites, I know one of the tactics that they often use is to try to alienate people from their victim.
Yes, well, there's gatekeeping trolls out there. They're like, you're someone with an audience out there. We don't want you interrupting the natural progression of our human toy on the internet. It's basically what they do. So that's what happened with DSP when we were about to get him on the show. That's what happened with, like, in some ways with Cobes, because when Cobra was coming here and talking in our chat, I was banned in his chat because one of his mods that I think was getting jealous that he was starting to pay attention to us banned me from there, so I couldn't talk to him in there. So there's a lot of weird gatekeeping where they don't want, like, other outside interference in their trolling with their favorite lolcow. And that's definitely something that happens. And that is why other people should get interviews like this to kind of help them break free a little bit. No one owns Chris Chan or like they're their own sovereign citizen, if you will.
Yep, that's right.
Am I being detained?
And it's just that is nuts in general. Pardon me.
For over half your life now, people online have attempted, many successfully, to manipulate you into doing things you otherwise wouldn't do. Even pretending to be your fans in some case in order to convince you that those things were good. Do you find it hard to trust people now? And what impact has it had on your mental health?
I do not find it harder to trust others because it just depends on their intentions, which is deeply resonant from deepest within their energy and their souls, as it were. So it's just my innate sense. It's just like, if their intentions are going to be like, just like somewhere in the middle of the road that veers towards the greed, the hate, and whatnot.
By the way, everybody, I just want to remind you,
Brett Keane is absolutely retarded.
And yeah, I can just sense that innately without them even being close.
So much nostalgia right there.
I would not have sensed that Trump was so, I'm trying to think of the word here, arrogant as he was long before even the first presidential debate.
I see someone in the chat go, no, DSP sucks. Yeah, but he lives around here, and I was going to get him in here to play Street Fighter, and I was just going to practice my spam tactics so I could get, like, a win over him in Street Fighter. That was my original plan. Because you don't see him play Street Fighter these days, and he doesn't normally play, like, ranked games or anything. So I thought it'd be funny to kind of, like, spam attack him and beat him in Street Fighter. But that never happened.
Him
because his trolls kept him.
And Hillary Clinton way back in 2016. I think that was in October, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so now Jesus Christine is kind of moving over to politics.
September, but anyway, I would not have sensed that long before that. Just that guy was just so arrogant. I mean, you look at his pictures from even before 2016, you would just sense how evil he was beforehand and how evil he was going to be. And I'm not going to say further than that.
Okay, and then another block of black screen here.
One of the things that I wanted to bring up as an example, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, I don't know all of the history of your life. I'm not like
Right.
some of the more obsessed people on the internet who pick apart every little.
And that's probably one of the reasons Keffals got the interview. Because Keffals isn't a Christorian, if you will.
Thing. But I know that there was a group of trolls who were called the Idea Guys.
Uh-huh.
And
oh yeah,
one of their
Just
ideas, what they wanted you to do, they were trying to manipulate you into believing that your cartoons, your comics were real.
Doodly Doo says, does Keffals do pills? I don't know. I know Keffals went to rehab, which isn't a bad thing. That's not like going to rehab and getting clean is a perfectly legitimate thing. So can't really shit on someone for that.
And that you had mystical powers and there was a dimensional merge happening where you could go to Quickieville.
Okay, well, for firstly, it's pronounced Quickville. You just say CWC like it's spelled like the word quick. But secondly, no, they were pretty much affirming what I already knew long before they came, because you look at the multiverse, anything and everything is possible in existence. And just, I literally have been to the other half of our Earth that was divided long ago in 1389 AD by
1389 AD.
Merlin the Magician and two other sorcerers.
Merlin the Magician and two other sorcerers got together and created the dimensional merge. Start taking notes now. And please like the stream, too, if you haven't already.
By order of King Arthur herself.
And by the way, who wants to get things rolling with a tip train? Been streaming for a little while here and not one dono, which is, not mad about it. I would just appreciate maybe some donos, for the tip train.
Just dividing the magic and the fantastical, overpowered individuals and creatures into one dimension, and then the Earth that we on, the majority that only has so much magic in it, into the other. And the merge is happening where the two Earth halves are coming back together, and we're all going to be fully.
And I want to point out that this is something that the trolls created. This is an idea that they've put into Jesus Christine's head, right?
We're all going to be fully tangible coexistence.
Wow.
Which we
apparently DP fans are now all brokies.
Some people are broke, and that's cool, and that's why it's obviously not a requirement. It's just appreciated, as I would say.
For a long time, there's been that tangibility veil in between us, but it's thinning even more so. We're able to see everything and everyone more clearly. But going back to the question at hand, Idea Guys, Stephen Boyd, the people and the individuals behind it, of course, I gotta mention Johnson Wiles, and that guy did a really massive tear and wear on the C-197 half of our Earth. But fortunately, just because they deviate into multiple differing timelines between when they started in about October 2017 up to about mid-April 2018. That was a whole bunch of mess and details where,
okay, so
if you listen to the events,
most of this sounds like nonsense to me, because it's being rambled off at me, and it's hard to follow, and I don't understand all the terms. I understand there are multiple Earths. It's almost like the Crisis on Infinite Earths that DC did back in the day.
Between those two dates, late October 2017 to mid-April 2018, you will see just fantastical things that would not happen otherwise. Just if they continued on as normal, it just even the most minute of things, you just recognize, be able to sense that. But yeah, essentially what they did, they worked through me, and it just kind of manifest in many ways for everybody and everything on 1218 half. But by the end of it, I was able to undo all that and clear it up, and I get just a better understanding and appreciation of everyone and everything.
For Bwoki Fest 2024.
Thank you.
Drunken dumbasses.
General period. Despite what they did.
Do you ever worry though
that was a weird cut too? What is going on here?
People are able to convince you that you already had an idea in the first place?
Oh, I don't need convincing, because it was an innate thing that I was aware of since I was born, but I never realized. It's like, you could say, like, first perspective, oh, sure, everybody has that. They just can't see themselves unless they look in the mirror. But no, I mean, aside from everybody just being like a typical camera, just being like background individuals, I'm literally the real player one. My perspective is camera.
So this is like main character syndrome to the extreme, Hey, it's part of what makes Jesus Christine such a fascinating person, if we want to be positive about it. So it may be a flaw, but in a way it's created what we have here and why we're talking about it, right? Yeah, Magicus, I gave you a shout out earlier when I first started using it. And yes, I miss it. I still have the muscle memory.
Brett Keane is absolutely retarded.
Where's the other one? Where's the fucking stupid? Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Ben.
Oh, shit.
Ben is fucking stupid. Brett Keane is fucking stupid. G-Man is absolutely retarded.
Oh, dude, it's all coming back to me now.
0000000. Or I say, but it's like next individuals like camera 1, camera 2, so on.
Of course, I don't want to attack. I don't want to attack your beliefs. Like in the realm of like, the multiverse, like the chance of of all of those things actually being real, there's no way you can say for certain it's a 0% chance. Just like any possible thing could happen in the multiverse.
There you go.
Anything is possible.
Staying on their side.
So if anything, all they were doing is just affirming.
I would do the same
get
thing.
Better understanding for myself, which I further realized in my bear meditations after I cleared my head and everything.
I want to ask the hard question now. This is the hardest question that I had planned for the interview, and I'm just saying this ahead of time. But from what I understand, you were an inmate at Central Virginia Regional Jail from August 2nd, 2021 until your release on March 27th, 2023 on charges of incest. Those charges were dropped in August of last year.
Surprised that word wasn't cut, because you'd think that that's the kind of word you would want to cut from a YouTube video.
Now, people have seen all of the criticisms made about you.
Please like the stream, by the way.
They've gone through the court documents. They presented it all over the internet, in the news, etc. But what I've never seen about this side of the story is how this all played out from your own perspective. And I was wondering if you could tell us all how that happened.
Of course. Hand over heart and hand above truth and only the truth. So anyway, what essentially happened, just get this out of the way as I mentioned.
I noticed that Jesus Christine says essentially a lot, kind of like somebody else.
Essentially.
Mentioned the earlier video, just there never was anything like that happened between Barbara and I. Period. Now, between the months in which Barbara and I sold on it, all we did was just talk. And I got to know her a little bit better in her past, okay? Like, just like her father had died and fell off this wagon way back in the day. And her brother Stanley was the one that found him and then just essentially told the rest of the family.
Essentially.
I don't, this is not, nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what happened. So
that was just one story for example, but it's just helping Barbara feel a little better in her later years and everything. All right, just talking and helping her to go back to her history, revitalizing her brain cells and everything. Now, aside from
helping her go back to her history and revitalizing her brain cells, okay? They were just talking.
So, Isabella. So, she is very sexually perverted and kinky. And she...
Okay, I do want to point out it does look like Jesus Christine is reading, because you can tell that they're looking down at something. I think they have kind of a running script they go through when this subject is brought up. I'm not one. I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to condemn Jesus Christine because I don't know what happened. That's kind of where I am with it.
He had the idea of just setting me up to have sexual relations with this girl, Fiona, who ended up in a mental institution for a week, and recording that on the assumption that Fiona was underage, which at that time she was not. She was literally 19 years old at the time.
Why are we bringing this part up? This has nothing to do... I mean, yeah, you mentioned Isabella because Isabella leaked the audio of you. So, but now you're bringing up other shit that doesn't really have anything directly to do with it, just what Isabella was doing.
But yeah, Fiona, but then Bella, she also tried to get me, or rather persuade me into other sexual deviations, of which I declined. And she actually got me
looking down right here, you see?
To go into role play and fiction, so which she presented just various things, and like some of these were
penis
actually written in fanfics by others because in this timeline and here because shoot, what are they gonna do? Just they have their own.
I also have Sturgis struggling to speak.
People shouldn't be that they. People shouldn't be that they.
Crazy wiles and everything, just nuts. But anyway, so she just kept on presenting the ideas, and I went along with her because as a friend and to test her out, see what she would do in the outcome, because there were the 4 known outcomes in regards to Everfree Northwest 2021, the convention. But anyway,
oh yeah, and that was going to be here in Bellevue, Washington, and we were going to go down there to see if we could find Chris Chan because it's like, it's like a 10 to 20 minute drive away. Why not just go there and check it out and see if we can run into Chris Chan?
So I'm just checking my notes here really quick. I had this written down.
Okay, so confirmed there were notes.
Now before this, I thought
please like the stream if you haven't already.
Meditate on it in recollection. But yeah, she essentially failed the test when she took all that of what the video calls we did, and she spliced them all together as she admitted.
Okay, so what is it? Jesus Christine just said that the cut you heard where Jesus Christine said that they had relations with their mother, that was actually edited into saying that on recorded calls where that stuff was edited out of context to say that, I believe was what just said. Did you guys hear that as well? Is that what you got from that statement?
Discord server and upload that video. So had her comrade just call the police on me, reveal my location. They came to force me out of the house, and then came to get me and all that. And which obviously her intentions on that were.
I just want to be sure that that's what I had heard. I'm not here to play lie detector. I have my own feelings about it, but I don't know. But I'm just making sure that that's the claim that was just made.
Essentially, making myself go into being unalive. Just that's no good. Or just get institutionalized or end up in jail. But since I had the choice, I let myself be in jail. And of course, I used that time to meditate, clear my head, and really understand and really realize myself, my role, and everything that has been going on.
Jesus Christine was basically living in exile in jail, and living a minimalist lifestyle. It was almost like it's like the Garden of Gethsemane, however you say it.
Was going on at the time during the jail and future tense and even present tense this day, this time, this moment. But anyway, I'm just checking my notes here. Oh, right. But yeah, essentially that was it. Essentially.
She wanted me to
fabricate all that, which, which is in a distant alternate timeline, very distant, but did not happen here. It never happened here in this timeline. And just...
there's no way Isabella Janke is doing an interview. Isabella Janke disappeared, dropped off, everything because of all the attention that had happened after, Tucker Carlson on Fox News was talking about Chris Chan. So Isabella Janke's not coming around. No way.
She did just essentially to try to get me to become unalive and whatever.
Alive.
Still backfired on her, but it moreover was a good point to me because I got to clear my head and stayed alive. So that's a testament to it's no demonic or devil persuasion is ever going to make me or force myself to become unalive in general. And I bet it's just a further testament of where I can count my blessings along even the darkest of situations. And by the way, I really have no idea where they got the idea of where I ended up in prison, because there's a massive difference between just a community jail and a prison.
County jail.
It's these wings, these toxic individuals. They just can be so really, really stupid sometimes. But anyway,
I'm sorry if I said that. I'm not an American. I don't know the distinctions very well. But I guess jail is regional, like a state, and prison is a federal.
There are state prisons too. Prison is where you usually serve a sentence, a long sentence, and jail is where you're awaiting trial. A lot of times, some people serve sentences in jail depending on what it is, but. There are state prisons too.
Institution.
Jail's usually a county thing.
But anyway, so in a way I did end up in an institution, but I kept myself grounded and all that along the way during those couple of months, and just let everything go along and play out as they were. I confirmed the details along the way through the newspaper. I'm so glad we got Brittany Griner back, and just unfortunately we had to get the Black Merchant of Death end up back in Russia. But fortunately, since Russia is the modern-day Babylon, going down, and so is Vladimir Putin by his own sword. Feel free to mark my words on that.
All right, another black screen for a few seconds.
It's interesting because this time period is actually where I get involved in this entire story somehow with Kiwi Farms. Because while you were in jail, they didn't have you to talk about, and they were looking for new people to talk about.
And perfectly healthy to look at other people's ding-dongs.
And that's when they found me.
Yeah, and not only you, but just everybody else in general, period. I mean, shoot. Hey, who wants a Locale of the Year award? Nope. Nobody.
No one wants this.
And yeah, I ended up with a 3D printed cow in the mail 1 year, many years ago.
I remember G-Man got some kind of Lol Cow of the Year award. Or no, I think Shani got it, but G-Man did an acceptance speech in a video, which was great.
Oh, just painted gold. And it was okay, here's your you've been elected Lol Cow of the Year. I think this is back in 2014 or so, give or take. I forget when exactly. But still, just...
The thing that you're saying with Isabel Janke, I think, really goes back to what I was saying before, where people try to manipulate you into doing bad things, into hurting you, and trying to convince you and plant the idea in your head that going forward with it is a good idea. And you have a lot more life experience than me. I don't want to be in the position of trying to say what you should and shouldn't do. But I just hope that you take care of yourself.
Yeah, I do take care of myself, and I'm just progressing better. I got a lot more good friends available by my side. I'm running up my posse a little better. Things are shaping up for me, and not just for me, but for everyone else in general, as we have a lot less and less of the toxic and evil, darkest sending individuals in coexistence with us. That number is decreasing.
Yada, yada, yada.
So... are all of the charges now dropped?
Yes.
Okay. I knew about the one, but again, I don't look. I'm not one of these obsessed freaks. I mostly wanted to do my due diligence because I know there's going to be a lot of people. Like when I said I wanted to do this interview, there were like dozens and dozens of my fans who said they weren't even aware the charges were dropped. As people only follow to hate you.
That happens with a lot of people will believe like the negative narrative, and if there's any new information, they'll just ignore it, or they won't see it because it's not pushed to the top, because it's way more entertaining and interesting to believe all the negative shit.
They don't care about the good news. They don't want to see you do better. So the good things that are happening in your life, they never get publicized.
Yeah. There's just, hey, they have all these outdated concepts of being, I mean, they just want to be like, they think I weigh over 250 pounds or so, like Cobra says, but no, last time I checked on the scale, I was around 215.
215. Wow, I was around, if that's true, I was around Chris Chan's weight at one point. I was like 208.
And obviously I do work out, I go out, I exercise a lot. I mean, I got Pokestops in a few gyms nearby here.
But there's Pokestops there's Pokestops and Pokemon gyms nearby. That is Jesus Christine's main exercise mode. Pokemon Go, which by the way was also William the Refrigerator's exercise back in the day. He doesn't really play it anymore.
So I can optionally go out and play Pokemon Go if I just every day if I wanted to, or just whatever. And but yeah, I do my own thing. Though my habits are rather kind of inconsistent, there's still some inconsistency. I mean, there's still some consistency in my habits. Like, obviously I do shower daily. I do not stink. Wherever you got that idea from, have you ever met me in person?
Never.
I take my showers. I wash myself.
There's only one person around that's met Chris Chan in person that I'm aware of.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Choo-choo, thank you so much. Yeah, I was hoping we could get to at least 30% in this stream. So we're at 10. We're 1/3 of the way there. I'm hoping we can do this.
Soap and water. I do not just use the spy spray, as y'all have misconceived of that.
Magicus, Lord Magicus, if he's still around, he has, he's met Chris Chan.
I mean, yeah, it's a good body spray. It makes you smell better in the armpits at least, but it's no substitute for good old-fashioned soap, water, shampoo, and conditioner.
I have an interesting question, because you've been harassed.
Chris Chan, did Chris Chan smell? Did Chris Chan smell? What's your opinion on the smell of Chris Chan? Since you're the only person here I'm aware of that met Chris Chan in person. Yeah, the prison medallion is probably so disgusting.
And stalked far longer than you've been out as trans. Like, this happened years before you came out. What's the difference been? How has it changed since you came out as trans?
I'd say kind of more or less the same. So obviously, they were aware of me being not on the normal. I'm trying to think of the word there. They just pretty much were on the idea that I wasn't straight in a way, sexually. I mean, probably
the old Chris Chan videos are like, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're straight. You have to be straight. You just see them and feel unclean instantly. You're saying it was outside, but Jesus Christine is like a walking train wreck. That's interesting.
It's like came out from my voice tones or from something I've written or drawn in my books in the past, whatever, that they just pieced together, which ultimately it ended up being true when I just figured out for myself. And just now that that's out of the way, it's been confirmed I'm bisexually trans woman.
Essentially?
Essentially.
It's just I kind of feel like
essentially.
a slight decrease because they know that of me. It's kind of confirms that's one less thing of them for me to pick on me about, especially since that's more or less becoming acceptable. Though obviously it could become more acceptable in the longer run in certain countries, which that is going to be fact and true eventually. But it shall be good anyway. Anyway. Yeah, but then there's like a slight increase on the other aspects as well, and just whatever things they're just going to pick on that's they find from within themselves, respectively, that they just thrust onto me in a similar way or another that they just think is just totally cringe. Just they're gonna attack me for that, but in reality, it's like they're attacking themselves.
In IRL, Christian is in 720p rather.
For what they were, like obviously, like some of them they could be gay. And they're just attacking me because, yeah, you're bisexual, you like dicks as well. But hey, you know what? Those individuals, they like dicks as well. And they should not be criticizing or judging others based on what they are themselves.
I want that as a clip for a soundboard. They like dicks as well. That is actually hilarious.
Regardless of their background, upbringing.
They like dicks as well.
May not have been fond of the just LGBTQIA and everything. But yeah, there's a lot of things that could reflect from all that in changing for themselves. But also in another way, as they talk it out, they're also just getting a further processing and understanding for themselves. They're innately meditating and connecting without totally realizing it. Some of them, they just want to remain like closed off and want to stick to the old iterations. So outdated, so last century. Hey, 2006 call. They want their kick the autistic gay back. They want their kick the LGBTQIA individual back. And so forth.
Now that you're out of jail and all of this stuff is behind you, how are you planning on moving forward with your life?
Well, present tense, I'm moving forward with living life. Like I said, going back to writing and drawing the science sheet books, there's a lot more details and everything, which I was actually able to get in one or two of my recent live streams, including reading Act 4 of Chaos Crystal Control, which took place back in late February 2006, but really brought in individuals from present tense, between late 2022 to
depends on the situation, individuals.
To present day right here. They just literally went back in time to that day, including of course individuals like Project SMT and Courtney along with her, and even like just like I'm gonna name drop a few. So Dr. Wolf, Lightning Bliss, and and Mad Munchkin, just to name a few. Oh, the Elbass Gribber, I really love her, by the way. She just does great, excellent voice dubbing and comic dub reading. Anyway, just a very kind individual in general. But anyway, just more than them, and there are a whole lot of others as well. They just literally end up going back to 2006 and then helping and manifesting one part of the ultimate miracle and the dimension merge, still in progress and soon to be wrapping up within the next year or two. I don't have the exact date in my mind because nobody, not even me, can know that. Not even just unconsciously, because that is in the divine plan as known from within the light sources and the heaven realm and among the gods and goddesses and everything in this universe and in this timeline set of universes, but moreover in this universe. But then also beyond that to literally the alpha omega point of all existence, the beginning and end of all timelines.
Thank you so much for coming on
Wow.
the show, Christine. It was a real pleasure.
Yes, and thank you for having me, Keffals, and thank you again for just taking down Kiwi Farms. That massive peg.
Well,
that was a lot more. That was a lot more than I was able to do on the
Kiwi Farm still exists.
Encyclopedia Dramatica page for sure.
Here's what I learned. After going through all of that, I came to this realization. You can take down a website, but the trolls never go away.
And the website comes back.
They'll get a new website.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's
that is
something that you either gotta realize that the kitchen is hot and deal with the heat, or you gotta get out of it.
Yeah. I got flames around me. I was just pretending I'm in that kitchen like that dog is. It's like, oh, sure, it's all fine. I could just tolerate it, or I could just Wish it away and let the flames be gone with holy light, power, and cleansing goodness.
Curse ye ha me ha. All right, so I guess that's the end of the video. All right. Hold on. All right, I have to make a quick bathroom run. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. It'll only be a couple minutes, and then we'll get into some other stuff. Do not leave. The next thing we're going to get into here is King Cobra's crazy night the other night. I was streaming on this channel with Pimp Monk that night, but we didn't catch all of it, and Boglum Chronicles put together a great video to kind of get us through that whole stream, all the important parts of it, and we're going to go there now. Here's the intro.
Somewhere in the world today, men have got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
All right. And also, another new soundboard with the help of the people in the Discord. I got a lot of cool Cobra sound bites. You know,
I'm a 27-year-old sexy goth stud who hasn't been laid in a year.
This one.
So apparently there's a female ghost in this apartment building who thinks I'm attractive. Fuck with King Cobra, get bit, motherfucker.
And then there's a lot of his kind of freakouts. There's
Fucking bullshit!
that kind of stuff. It's amazing. I asked you people to send me sound bites, and that's what and I received them, and it's amazing. All right, let's check out Cobra and his crazy stream the other night.
Fuck the haters!
What is up, YouTube? So my last live stream got blocked worldwide. So I'm going to have to redo it. And ridiculous. I guess I did a vocal cover or something that made YouTube go, nope, you're not approved to play this on your... Yeah. I hope y'all are having a fantastic Monday, dude.
Thank you.
I'm over here like, man, this is some bollocks.
I love how he uses British slang. Bollocks. He didn't grow up speaking that way. But he's like, yeah. He thinks because his ancestry is from the UK that somehow he's inherently, he's naturally going to speak that way because of his ancestry, which it doesn't work that way. The way you speak is usually where you grew up learning how to speak and being around other people that speak a certain way.
So my YouTube trolls mass flagged Jessica's GoFundMe page.
It pisses me off! It's pissing me off!
And got her email and the GoFundMe page banned from the GoFundMe website because they can't handle the fact that chicks want me and no one wants them. And I'm like, if my YouTube trolls put as much effort into it as anything else, they would probably have a much happier life.
This is one of my favorites.
No, I'll go on the stream whenever I want to, dude. Go fuck yourself.
Y'all having a fantastic Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But this morning I got a call from Jessica, and she literally told me that my YouTube trolls mass flagged her GoFundMe page, and now her email and her account are completely banned from the website. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
You guys can't see the comments. I should switch to this temporarily here so you can see the comments.
It's because my YouTube trolls can't get laid or they can't get a girlfriend. They gotta take it out on Cobra.
Just pouring booze in, what is that? What is that? What is in the glass?
For the best.
Is that some of his homemade bog water?
Dude, I just farted and holy crap. Woo! I farted and it
That's probably your drink. It's probably not your fart.
smells nasty, dude. A little stank on that gas. I had a splash of Jack Daniels and I mixed
A splash.
it with the
That was a nice long pour.
Mocha Monster coffee. Excuse me. For a drink combo, I called Cobra's Coffee, and it's pretty delicious.
Cobra's Coffee.
On a side note, I'm sick
Remember Cobra's Candy?
and tired of people harassing Jessica. Like, you can't handle the fact that somebody wants to fucking date my ass for a change.
Huh?
If you want to donate to the channel, fucking sign up for memberships, PayPal, Cash App, Super Chats. But you don't gotta do that if you don't want to.
No, you must send me Streamlabs and Super Chats even if you don't want to. Get on it, people.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I pretty much spent the entire day getting drunk and sleeping. I passed out after my last live stream. Sorry. And then fucking I woke up and I was like, how many views is my latest live stream getting? And then YouTube was like, your stream is banned worldwide. I'm like,
Banned worldwide. Now he's falling asleep again. Sometimes I'll have Cobra videos on in the background and I'll be like, what happened? Did the video end? And it's just him like almost passing out, I guess.
Yes.
Blackout powers activate.
nothing you can do about it. I definitely got a pretty sweet buzz going. I woke up and I was still a little bit tipsy, and I'm like, oh, well, there we go. Hey, Siri.
Oh, God, this is where it happens.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Put phone on Do Not Disturb. Hey, Siri. Put phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, Do Not Disturb is now on.
Jesus fucking Christ. I probably got a ban for singing Ozzy Osbourne's Changes with Kelly Osbourne, and that fucking got fucking my channel video blocked worldwide because it's like, that's copyright infringement. We don't care if you're Ozzy Osbourne's biggest fan.
Fuck out of my way, you stupid fucking hat!
We're gonna ban your video worldwide.
Worldwide. Oh, yeah, then he did some vocal covers.
You don't like it? You don't fucking like it? Then maybe you shouldn't fucking go against the grain.
Go against the grain.
Ooga! 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 The boy on the take you feel small. Religion think you're so clever, just Sophie.
So he got tired of getting copyright claims, so now he just sings the music with his headphones on, so you can't hear the music, so we just get to hear his awesome vocal stylings.
Thing. Everyone's fucking depressed, and when you have a drink, everyone looks at you like you're a piece of shit, and I'm like, fuck that.
Peach Bush Light, or Bush Light Peach. How are you going to say it? A fucking like 30 pack of those. They're probably only what, like 3 to 4% alcohol.
Dang. God damn, these cans are still cold. Bloody good.
4%. They're 4% Bush Light Peach.
Oh. We're going.
So he's drinking like 30 of those, like ingesting all these. I don't know. Man, that's just like too much.
Through changes.
Yeah, this is Bush Light. Bush Light Peach. It's like a peach flavored beer, and it's only 4%. 4.1%, but we could just say 4, right?
It's all right. It's okay. You may look the.
He's always singing the Bee Gees. Have you noticed that? Like, when did he become a disco king?
The other way. You time to understand. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Ha 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 ha. Stay alive. Stay alive. Ha ha ha. I am Disco Man.
I didn't realize Ozzy did a cover of Staying Alive. If that's true, that's ridiculous. Why would he do that? But whatever. Ozzy's disco album? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch out. Iron Man. Yeah. There's vengeance.
Uh-oh. Who's here? Who's here? He can't hear that. He can't hear it.
Excuse me. You have a fucking bad day, fucking drink some beer and listen to Ozzy and get over it.
I remember when he said he wouldn't get blackout drunk anymore. And he's almost definitely gotten blackout drunk several times since.
Oh, that's the sound of a good time happening. Long live Ozzy, motherfuckers. Long live my fans and my friends and my family. And fuck the trolls.
Fuck the trolls.
Yeah!
He's been cutting down on his drinking? Looks like it. Oh, here it is. You know what? You can go back and watch that stream I did with Pimp Monk, and we were watching Cobra, and I was like, did you know Cobra has been known to break his own cell phones, and he's had many cell phones over the past year or so? And then within like an hour, someone was like, Cobra just broke his phone. That was ridiculous.
Oh my fucking God. Look, I'm trying to fucking...
He needs, we've seen many instances of him taking his rage out on inanimate objects. And he has to realize that you can't beat the shit out of an inanimate object and get it to do what you want it to do.
You can listen to music and jam out for YouTube. And some asshole's gotta fucking call me. Shut up. Like, okay, hey Cobra, I'm a fan of your videos. And I'm like, cool, I appreciate it. Can you fucking wait Still done streaming? No, I can't because I gotta tell you right now.
Oh, here it is. And he's got rings on. He's got big rings on his fingers where you could crack a phone screen pretty easily with it because it's hard and probably has like a few like sharp edges on it. Not like a knife, but like a sharper, kind of like more concentrated edge.
Gonna play the song? Oh my fucking god. No, of course not. Because I shouldn't have fucking done that. Now the screen's a little funky. We'll quit smashing it while you're ahead. Oh my god. No, I don't want to answer your call right now. I'm trying to fucking do a video. And it's like, I'm gonna call Cobra and fucking fuck with him. God damn it! Shut the fuck up! No, I don't want to fucking... Oh my god. Oh, yeah, fucking typical. I shouldn't have fucking smashed my screen like this. God damn it!
Huh? There's a compilation. There's a Cobra Goddammit compilation out there, and it's, what, like 10 to 20 minutes long? And it was made years ago, so there's many more to add on to it. You could probably make a huge Cobra compilation.
I don't want to fucking talk to you when I'm streaming right now. No, want you. Promises no more. Oh my fucking god, dude. I really ruined my screen. It's doing this crap.
It's doing this crap. It has ring marks in it from me punching it with a ring on. Yeah, let's take a closer look at that. Let's take a closer look at that. Hold on.
My screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, he moves it to... You can see the breakage. There's like two big broken areas up towards the top.
It's
in the shape of a ring.
Doing this crap, and I'm like, well, that's my own damn fault for smashing it. I'm like, it shouldn't take that much to fucking ruin it.
Yeah, so now he's going to be like, they're actually...
Sturgis blocked me on Twitter today because I said he was brave to make videos with a severe speech impediment and that he was an inspiration.
He's an inspiration to everybody. Get blocked, troll.
You know what, I gotta control my fucking temper. Great. My fucking phone is stuck like this, so now I'm gonna have to wait for another phone to do what I do.
Yeah, you can't make any cooking videos. You essentially can't do anything, bud.
Fucking stupid, dude. Shut the fuck up. No, I don't want to answer your phone while I'm streaming. Fantastic.
It's not just the troll's fault. He blames like the people who sold him the phone for not making it durable enough, I think. It's like, come on, man. Come on. It's you punched your phone with a ring on your hand multiple times. He's going to do it even more and fuck it up even more.
Shouldn't be able to fucking smash my screen just by bashing on it like that. No, don't fucking tell me to answer shit. It's my own damn fault. No, I don't want to answer. No.
I like how that was his chosen ringtone because it's like the horn of the car that he wants or whatever. I think he likes classic cars.
I don't want to answer your shit right now. But I'm like, well, you lose your fucking temper. You lose your fucking... Shut up with the fucking phone. Griff fucked up my cell phone and it won't stop playing. Okay, now it stopped playing.
Yeah, it's a Model T, yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay, now it's just unbelievably fucked.
Fuck
This is how he broke the last one. What, like a month ago?
you. I just got this cell phone, and of course you had to freak out about it. Great. Now it won't even fucking answer my calls.
Yeah, I mean, this is like when he freaked out at the cigarette.
I'll smoke you until you're dead.
And then his hat, also his hat.
Fuck out of my way, you stupid fucking hat.
And then there was social media.
Fucking social media doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, and then I can't remember what he told not to go against the grain, but like...
You don't fucking like it.
Oh, it's his hat, I think.
Fucking
go against the grain.
Fantastic. Now I'm gonna have to get another cell phone after I just got one. Now I'm gonna have to fucking wait till my Google AdSense money gets in here. Then I'm gonna have to order another phone.
I heard putting it in rice would fix it.
Fantastic. Fucking fantastic. The fact that it took that little bit to smash it.
It wasn't a little bit. You hit it like 10 times.
That is such bullshit. Like, okay, I hit it and it doesn't fucking do this. I don't even know. Like, I didn't smash it that hard.
Yes, you did!
This is what happened. Like, are you serious right now, dudes?
What? Loop. Oh, dude. Yeah, things get even weirder. The next chapter, things get weirder. Things get very weird.
Great. So now I'm out of a cell phone again. Fucking fantastic. I'm gonna have to wait till my fucking Google AdSense money comes in and order another one. This is fucking stupid. I'm sitting there like, you fucking piece of shit. And sitting there smacking it. And like, it broke so fucking easily that it's like, oh, well, fuck you. You don't get to have anything good in life because you're a stupid retard piece of shit. So now I'm gonna have to wait until fucking Google AdSense gives me my money. Well,
yeah, that'll be like the 22nd usually.
I wouldn't have broken on you if you wouldn't have fucking hit it with your hand. And it's like, well, nice going, stupid. You lost your temper with your phone. Now you're gonna have to get another one. Son of a bitch! So now nobody's gonna be able to get a fucking hold of my ass.
No one's going to be able to get a hold of your ass.
I'm so tired of losing my fucking temper! I'm not gonna expect anyone else to help me replace it. But god damn it. I'm gonna have to wait for my Google AdSense money to come in, and I'm gonna have to order another phone.
Plum, plum.
It's my own damn fault. I'm not gonna sit here and blame anyone else. I got mad and went to my screen. Last time I fucking smacked my phone, it didn't break that easily. So I think there's some bullshit afoot. That's just my opinion. Maybe I need to control my temper and not like fucking just You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like that the website I got the phones from made it super breakable on purpose because...
How can you say that? It's all recorded. Everyone saw it.
Makes it easy.
You punched a phone on the screen while you're wearing a ring multiple times.
Easier for it to break. So then you got to get another one when it breaks. It's all marketing, dude. And like normally when I enter my cell phones, it doesn't break.
Loop mode.
So the fact that my cell phone broke that easily fucking makes me go, y'all got some cheap cell phones. It's going to be preserved for everyone to laugh at. I'm like, you know what? Y'all can fuck off. You act like you're the only one that doesn't get pissed off at your cell phone and you don't smack it because you're pissed off. Really? Fuck you! I try to crack open a beer and it spills all over my lap and I'm like...
You spill beer all the time. I see. He just yelled, fuck you at a beer.
Like, seriously, dude?
The beer's going against the grain.
I'll just have to work on getting another fucking cell phone and making it happen again. I'm not gonna fucking answer the fucking door if they're knocking on it like if it's paid for, leave it at my fucking door. The fact that
Leave it at his door if it's paid for. And by the way, he's not gay. He's straight.
Easy to fucking destroy it. I'm like, you know what? That's my fault for losing my temper and the website's fault.
The website's fault. The website, it's his fault for losing his temper, but it's also the website's fault, by the way. I think we share 50% of the blame for this when you really think about it.
People are knocking at my door like, knock, 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 knock. And I'm like, I don't know who you are, so I'm not going to answer it. I'm not going to expect anyone to replace my cell phone. I'll just buy another one and have it shipped here. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? The date is currently Monday. The date is currently Monday at 9 o'clock. Monday at 9 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock in the morning, or in the evening, I should say. I hear the assholes knocking at my door, and I'm like, I'm not going to fucking answer it. Because I know it's all bullshit. And if it's a DoorDash order, then just leave it at my fucking door. And then go about your day. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You want me to answer the door live on camera?
Yes, they want you to do that. They want you to they want you to react to whatever's at your door. Sometimes it's food and you eat it. Sometimes it's like cat food and you eat it.
I might as well because I fucking smashed my goddamn phone like an idiot. So, like, let's have a little bit of fucking fun with this.
By the way, trying to get to 25% of the goal. If you guys want to help me out, it goes towards this week's goal. We're having another show tomorrow. This is just kind of a supplemental show that I do to help us get a little closer to the weekly goal. So if you want to help us out, the link is pinned right there in the chat. I would really appreciate it. It's not required, but it's greatly appreciated.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, also, if you have not yet commented on our post on Patreon, we made a public post on Patreon that anyone can comment on. You don't have to be an active subscriber on Patreon. Here's the post. We would like for you to go to this post and comment on it and give us your top 5 DP antagonists ever. Just comment on it. Because I'm going to close the commenting later tonight, and then I'm going to tally up what we've got and come up with a solid top 10 to vote on. Hello, Boglum Chronicles.
This is what everybody was knocking over. Some fucking goddamn fucking wood chips.
I don't know what they want him to do with the wood chips. Do they want him to live like a hamster and just spread that all over his carpet? And then he could just like poop and pee on the wood chips, and then he'll have to change the wood chips?
And a bunch of miscellaneous items. Suck my dick.
He was hoping for
and
alcohol.
The fucking assholes who left the DoorDash order had to knock super hard. And it's like, hey, if it's paid for, just leave it at my door. Like, I literally...
If it's paid for...
smashed my phone. I went...
Yeah, you're doing
like
it again.
That, and it fucking broke the screen.
Yeah.
And you know what kills me about it is... every time I've ordered a phone from the same internet company, it doesn't take that much to smash.
Because you smash it. The commonality is you. You smash the phone intentionally. You wear a ring and you punch the screen. Oh, God, this part.
Like, every time I've ordered a phone from this internet company, and I go like that, fucking, it doesn't take shit. They're like, you know what?
We're going on an hour of broken phone loops.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the phone doesn't get smashed. People, you know what I'm saying?
Please like the stream, by the way, if you haven't.
They're like, you know what I'm saying? And then like, yeah, no, fuck that. And you know what? I have no one to blame but myself. I'm trying to get a hold of Cobra, but his phone's broke again. Well, maybe if Cobra quit losing his temper, I'm like, well, maybe if people would quit being stupid. And I'm sure the trolls are going to love this. Like, Cobra smashed his phone. Like, I'm still sitting here fucking flabbergasted by this. Like, this is not happening. I don't want another cell phone. I'm going to order it myself. I'm not going to expect anyone else to pay for it. It's like, fuck! You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Yeah, do a Christian and get into a meditative state.
If it's paid for, leave it at my door. I hear the knocking at my door, and I guess I'm going to have to fucking address it because it won't stop until I address it because people are fucking stupid.
He's got his weird Revolutionary War hat
We got to
that he
harass
wears.
Cobra twice as hard, especially when he's down.
Yeah, why you gotta harass Cobra when he's down? He broke his own phone. Come on, guys. Have some sympathy.
Straight line. That poor fucking chick, she was like, I want to keep knocking on Josh's door until he answers.
Oh, some Wendy's.
Got some ketchup and some chicken nuggets. Yeah, my YouTube trolls are like, Special instructions. Knock like you're a cop.
Ha! Knock like you're a
Just to
cop.
fucking harass Cobra. How are you gonna include a straw in my Wendy's order, but you don't order me jack shit to drink with it?
Ha!
Like,
Remember
hey,
to put a
Cobra,
straw in
it's
it,
gonna be
please.
Okay, man. Here's some nuggets and some fries. I know life can be depressing, but you know what? Your life could be worse. My life could be worse. I see people out there who are dying of cancer.
Oh,
and
here we go. Here we go. This is where it takes a turn.
Dying of AIDS. And it
I see people out there dying of AIDS. You do?
breaks my fucking heart. People who don't deserve the life they have. I see people out there who are dying of fucking cancer and dying of AIDS and dying of all the worst shit on the planet. And it's not fair because a lot of these people are just good people who are trying to fucking live their life.
Their
And they're not allowed to live it because, well, that's life. Ow. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hit me again. Fuck you.
He's beating up some sort of object.
All the trolls are like, you better not go live.
Better not go live.
I'm like, dude, I'll go live.
I'll go live when I want.
No, I'll go on the stream whenever I want to, dude. Go fuck yourself.
When I feel like it. The only thing sadder than my temper is my YouTube trolls lives. And that's a
He says that word a lot.
fucking fact. I just got this fucking phone.
You broke it,
And the
dude.
fucking website I ordered it from made it so fragile and weak that a couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
smacks.
It's the website's fault.
Fucking, like, you know, if I'm going to pay $150 for a new cell phone, a couple of smacks shouldn't break it that hard. That is some bullshit.
They weren't smacks. They were punches.
Oh my fucking god. I should answer that so they stop knocking. Can I help you? Well, she seemed really nice. I'm like, what the fuck was this delivery, dude? Oh. Like, I have a delivery for you, Cobra. And Jesus Christ. Hold up. Oh, well,
A bottle
you
of
know, I'm
vodka.
not complaining about that.
Ha! See? That's why he was mad. Like, yeah, they send him like wood chips, but then they also send him food, which he claims he doesn't want, but he eats it all the time. And then booze. That's what he really wants. Tell him what he wants, what he really, really wants.
He's like, sorry to bother you. Y'all sent me 4 bottles.
4 bottles.
Of vodka.
4 bottles of vodka. So, dude, it's on now, right?
Jesus Christ. So it's like, I know, let's send Cobra 4 bottles of Fleshman's vodka.
Fleshman's
A
vodka.
cannibal's favorites. Ha! Look at that.
Is it Fleischmann's? Or I don't know if it's pronounced. I don't know how to say
People
it.
are fans of my videos and like, man, Cobra's having a rough night. Let's send him some more alcohol while he's waiting for his phone. So he's, you know, dude, that's a lot of fucking Fleshman's Royal Vodka. That's ridiculous.
See how he's like all leaning? It's almost like his spine is collapsing under the weight of his drunkenness.
So I guess the trolls found out, or the fans, whatever, they found out the alcohol delivery service that I use here.
Better not drink that in one day, boy. I'll drink it if I want to. Get blocked, troll.
In town and they have my address. So it's like, hey, Cobra, you're having a rough night, brother. Cheer up and keep rocking and keep doing your thing. It could be worse. You know, I feel bad for Cobra. He's having a rough night. You know what I'm going to do? I want to buy him 4 bottles of vodka. And, you know, like drinking all of these.
Please like the stream, by the way, and if any one of you out there would be so kind as to help us get a little bit closer to the goal, the link is pinned up at the top of the chat if you want to give us your thoughts on the Chris Chan stuff and this insane Cobra stream. Feel free to send it our way and help us get a little closer to the weekly goal. Thank you.
Isn't going to save me from my situation, but oh my fucking God, it never ends. Just for the entertainment sake of the fucking audience. Oh, that's hilarious. God, my YouTube trolls need to quit sucking my dick. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I'm jealous that Cobra has fans who will send him 4 bottles of free vodka. Oh, I can't stand it. Really? Tell me how much you can't stand it. Sincerely. And it's like, I'll tell you how much I can't stand it. I'm going to send Cobra a bag of free kitty litter and a bunch of free cat food.
He has wood chips.
Like, you know what happens when my YouTube trolls give me cat food and kitty litter and shit like that?
I get bit by a cat.
Donated to the local animal shelters. But you know what? It is what it is. I'll get over it. Like, it's going to take me a hot minute to burn through all those vodka bottles. I'm like, I'm not complaining. At this point, the only reason I'm going to post this video is so people can see, oh, once again, Cobra broke his phone again.
Is the Streamlabs link working, by the way? Can someone test it for me?
He's a stupid, ugly, retarded piece of shit, asshole, fucking ugly retard who can't do nothing right. Oh, hey, so-and-so, how's it going? Oh, hey, Cobra, just want to say, you know, I'm a fan of your videos and keep rocking. Oh, jeez. Like, Cobra, you're an ugly retard. You're an ugly, stupid, fat, ugly piece of shit retard.
I've heard him go kind of in this direction.
And you need to control your temper. And
it's like the self-deprecation.
You can't control it. You don't deserve to have a cell phone. Oh. A Fleshman's Royal Vodka. That's fucking insane.
Is he gonna pour it into his Bud Light Peach?
YouTube. You know, it just shows you that someone out there is looking out for me, and they're like, "Wow, hey, who the fuck is?" Oh my God. Hello. My name is not Jake.
28B, right?
Yeah, that's my apartment. If it's for me, just leave it here. I'm sorry you gotta deal with this crap. That's my apartment, but like, it's not. My name's not Jake. Right.
It's Bush Light Peach.
My YouTube trolls fucking send me stupid shit through DoorDash to fuck with me because they're stupid. Another bag of cat litter. Oh my God! I'm sure my This is what's really fucking sad about my YouTube trolls is they have nothing on Cobra. This is the only thing they have. It's being like, we're gonna send Cobra a bunch of fucking goddamn kitty litter because we hate his videos. We're tired of him going live. Y'all are fucking gang stalking Cobra and cyber stalking my ass. But then you want to accuse me of stalking Ellen? That's fucking rich.
He doesn't stalk Ellen. He just goes and hangs out at her parents' house, which is
Y'all sit there and stalk me and Ellen and then harass her into not being my friend anymore. And then get pissed off when Jessica wants to be with me because you can't handle it when chicks want me. Y'all are fucking insufferable, dude. Insufferable. Take that, Cobra.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There we go. We're at 11.78%. My goal is 25%. I think we can do it if I just keep going. We're make
gonna
it.
Send you kitty litter. Send me cat food and kitty litter and tampons and stupid other shit.
Please like the stream too, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? Am I pissed off at myself?
Oh shit! It's gonna fall over.
The fuck is that noise?
Ha! It's a ghost. Oh shit!
Oh, look at that! The fucking ghost in my apartment is like.
There you go.
I can vibe off of Cobra's energy. Is there a ghost in my apartment? Ooh. Oh my god. And I'm like, dude, every time my fucking YouTube trolls send me wood chips, I give it away to people who need it. So how exactly is it trolling?
Because you react to it.
I use it. Oh my god. They sent me cat food too. Holy shit, that is hilarious. Like, hey Cobra,
He's just holding all of them. He's just keeping he's keeping all his vodka bottles on his lap.
4 bottles of vodka. Like, goddamn it, Alicia Rhodey. 4. Here's 4 bottles of vodka. Hey Cobra, cheer up. It's gonna be okay, man. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, if Alicia don't want to fuck me or date me or whatever, that's her loss.
It's so weird that he brings that girl up. It's like someone he went to high school with, and he still brings her up by her full name all the time. And then he gets mad when people like trolls online figure out where to find these people, but it's like he gives out their full name.
Plenty of women that want me. Like, look at this. This is like 3 out of 4 bottles. You know what I'm saying? And I like vodka, but I need a chase with it because it burns like a son of a bitch. In fact, let me just smell it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that burns like a bitch.
He's going to get super wasted now.
An Ozzy Osbourne autographed photo.
That's
and
cool.
The ticket of authenticity is behind the photo. I'm not going to take it out because I want to preserve it. My dad was sitting there going, you don't even know your stepmom got you something super cool for Christmas. And I had no idea it was going to be this cool. I cried like
here we go. He's having another emotional breakdown here.
a bitch, dude. I immediately felt bad about the fight that I had with my family. Because everyone's going to assume, oh, Josh is just going to be a drunken alcoholic piece of shit. And all they did was ask me not to drink any more of my homemade wine while I'm around them. And then I assumed they were attacking me, so then I yelled at them, and that turned into a fucking fight. They wouldn't have gotten me a signed photo of Ozzy Osbourne for Christmas. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to fucking cry over it, but it's... And it makes me feel like a piece of
You visualized ruining Christmas and made it a reality. You should be
shit
proud.
because I don't have anything equally as cool for them, you know? Like, that's why I fucking hate Christmas more than anything. You know, Like, I want to be able to get something for my parents and my grandparents, you know.
Well, now you got to get yourself a new phone.
The holidays. Probably laughing because, you know, Cobra's going to squizzle down this glass of fucking vodka like
wine.
That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. Oh my God.
And as soon as I get my Google AdSense money, I'm going to order my stepmom an awesome gift. And even though my biological mother, Laura, abandoned me, my dad was able to, you know, find somebody else who was willing to take on.
Oh God, now he's getting
You
trolled
know.
over the autograph. That's going to
Hey,
be the new
Cobra,
thing.
what do you want for Christmas? I go, nothing. I don't want shit. Unless you can help me win the lottery. Outside of that, I don't want shit. Even if women don't want to date me sexually or what have you, they still say I smell good. And I'm like, well,
at least they
you know,
say he
even if they
smells
don't
good. Can't take that away from this man. He smells good.
want me sexually, they still say I smell good.
That's
And I'm
enough,
like,
right? That's enough.
Well, you can't beat that. Even if you're getting friend zoned, you're still being told, shit, you smell good. And I'm like,
I
if
thought
want
you weren't
that
going to
kind of
smell good by the
effect,
way you look, but wow, you smell good.
you know, you check out Tactical Soap and see if it don't change your perspective on the dating scene. Oh, shit. But
How much do you think he killed this whole first bottle? He's drinking it straight
cheers
up.
to my dad and my mom.
Oh, no, he's mixing it.
Living a long life. By mom, I mean my stepmom.
He's almost gone.
Like, you literally watch me smash my fucking phone.
Yep.
And then get free vodka from the fans on top of it. So this stream hopefully doesn't get blocked.
Hopefully not.
I'll catch you cool cobras on the next video.
At least he knew to end the stream before it totally deteriorated into nothingness. There we go. Man, that was epic. That was quite the epic show. I have to make a pit stop really quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
My wiener doesn't stink. Nah! King Cobra, what up, YouTube? I live in Casper, Wyoming, and you know what? I love Casper, Wyoming. It's in Wyoming. It's a really, really, really pretty mountain town. All kinds of shit in Wyoming. And I'm like, girls have cooties in Wyoming. Girls have cooties, all kinds of cooties. Girls in Wyoming have cooties. You know what I'm saying? Girls have cooties, and sex is gross. I speak from experience, what little experience that I do have. So I says to myself, you must experiment with the same gender. And you know what? I like the way it feels. Woo! In fact, I've always said, girls have cooties in Wyoming. Girls have cooties, all kinds of cooties. Girls in Wyoming have cooties. You know what I'm saying? Girls have cooties, and sex is gross. Especially if you're straight, trust me. That's weird. That's where babies come from. I'm not trying to be creepy about it. I look at all the chicks who rejected me growing up, and I'm like, who's laughing now? But I digress. And you know what? You must accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. I love Jesus Christ. That magical Jesus Christ. Yeah. Like, didn't Jesus' blood turn to wine? In the name of Jesus Christ, and just keep doing my thing. And you know what? Girls have cooties. In Wyoming, girls have cooties. All kinds of cooties. Girls in Wyoming have cooties. You know what I'm saying? Girls have cooties. And sex is gross.
And sex is gross. Oh, you know what? Earlier, when the thing behind Cobra fell over, it reminded me of the video where Jared thinks he saw a ghost. Check this out. So he's talking about some kind of, where is it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. So somebody walks by his window in his backyard and he thinks it's a ghost. You can kind of see the person. Watch this.
But anyways,
and then he just ends the stream. This was an actual live stream back before Jared got grounded from streaming. That's so funny. And then he just ended it. It was a ghost, bro. It was a ghost, bro. That was a ghost, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to check out some interesting stuff. Here we go.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
Yeah, let's check out the individual segment situation. Oh, no, this is something else. Let me play it. Hold on, here it is. Gotta skip his musical intro.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you are watching and listening to The Brett Keane Show.
You are watching, listening to The Brett Keane Show.
I hope everyone is having a blessed morning. It's very cold outside right now, a lot of snow, and unfortunately, even though it's cold and it's snowy and all that, all the family has to go to work and, you know, take care of bills and take care of food and this crazy.
Not all of the family.
Brett Keane is absolutely retarded. Easy economy and all that. It's going to get to the point, ladies and gentlemen, where I'm going to have to start eating my own animals and cats and all that in order to survive around here.
What? Someone needs to check on that.
And perfectly healthy to look at other people's ding-dongs. No, I'm just kidding. Our cats eat and do better than we do.
I'm just kidding.
So
I missed being able to do this. And then the heavy breathing.
The balls. Just recently, Vivek. He posted some stuff that angered Donald.
He means Vivek Ramaswamy, I believe.
Trump, and Donald Trump posted some stuff over on his website called Truth Social. Honestly, before we get into all this, I don't know why it is that Donald Trump doesn't use Twitter. Elohim, or not Elohim.
Whoa, what?
Why am I saying that? I'm getting all biblical on you. Elon Musk is...
he called Elon Musk Elohim?
Has invited him repeatedly to come over here. And we all know that Trump has a lot of supporters over on Twitter. And Elon Musk is all about free speech. So I don't know why it is that Donald Trump doesn't do messages here as well as over there. Perhaps he's already connected under several different accounts and just posting what he thinks over to social over there already, just not under his original Donald Trump name. I hope your family dies in a fire. So as many of you probably know by now, Vivek has been supporting Donald Trump, even though he himself is trying to become the president of the United States. And he's
of the United States, the president of the United States.
A lot of advice. He's offered a lot of suggestions.
Advice and suggestions.
So far, Vivek has really gotten the attention of a lot of Trump supporters as well as potential voters for himself. But recently, after all the supportive stuff, he posted a couple things that really got under people's skin. One of them was that apparently he took a picture with a bunch of people who were wearing a black t-shirt with Trump's face on it saying, "Save Trump, vote for Vivek," or something like that.
Vivek.
And Laura Lynn
Vivek.
lost her living mind over that. Some students or young people decided to
wear young people
wear goofy shirts about Donald Trump, and Vivek took a picture with them. Apparently, some of you don't realize, and I don't think that it was intentional, that there's a lot of people that have been going to Vivek's shows and his appearances, screaming at Vivek, climate change people, a lot of them. And a lot of them have been wearing very inappropriate clothing and saying a lot of inappropriate things to Vivek. And Vivek is the type of person who will hand you the mic and say, "Hey, if you got something to say, go ahead and say it. Just make sure that you have the respect to listen to me back." Well, Vivek was then talking to this older woman on video where he said that it would be best for people to vote him as president because he would be able to do something about the government. And basically he's
already out of it, though, so this video is a little outdated.
If Donald Trump were to become president, then his downfall would be inevitable. And what is his reasoning for this? Because he believes that the swamp is corrupt, and he doesn't believe that Donald Trump has enough education when it comes to
the swamp is corrupt.
Are the right people working with him to warn him of problems and issues coming up? And to be honest, Vivek is right. He is actually right about that, ladies and gentlemen. The closer Donald Trump gets to being the president of the United States, which, by the way, he's winning by a landslide, a lot of people are convinced that the Democrats will want to kill him and destroy his family. They've been trying to do that over and over again. That's no secret. So when Vivek says, "Look, I'm a fair person. I believe in doing something about the problems that we have in our country," he's kind of right, because Donald Trump wasn't able to save himself from a rigged election. Donald Trump wasn't able to. Every time Donald Trump wanted to do something in our country or do something for the good, the Democrats stood against him, and they did everything in their power. And now that the Democrats have ran out of options on how they can screw him or play him out, they've got him up for 100 indictments. They're trying everything they can to screw him up. And a lot of people are convinced towards the end, if Donald Trump keeps on making a swish in the basket and keeps succeeding, that the only other thing they can do, and this is the Democrats,
I'm thinking it is looking
they'll end
like
up wanting to kill him.
It's very possible that we do get more Trump. With the way things are looking now, something really unexpected would have to happen for me to think that it's not likely to get another Trump term. Seems like it. Seems like it's very likely.
Mainstream media, and these Democrats are saying all this scary stuff.
Yeah, look at he just stretches an image out instead of trying to edit it correctly. So yeah, those are the widest, thinnest monitors I've ever seen.
It's putting a lot of anxiety and fear into their audience and their people. They're suggesting and encouraging that somebody take Donald Trump out. And we do live in a country where presidents have been assassinated.
It's been a while.
People have been killed. And we can see that they weaponized.
It's been a while. The last attempt was against Reagan, and it wasn't. I mean, he did get shot, so it was close. I think that's the last actual attempt where a president got hurt. I don't know. They said someone tried to kill Bush Sr., but nothing. He didn't get harmed in any way.
On the government against Trump. If Trump somehow makes it through that, the Democrats are scared shitless. It's not because he does things different or because he's a good president. It's because he runs on the idea that he's going to expose the swamp. And a lot of them are pedophiles. A lot of them are rapists.
Come on, dude.
A lot of them are warmongers. A lot of them are just disgusting pieces of trash. And if Trump gets up there, they're afraid that he has the power and the ability and the knowledge, at least, to be able to make their life absolutely miserable. But to be fair, when he was president for 4 years, even though we knew all these horrible things about these Democrats, not a damn one of them went to jail. Not one of them was punished for what they had done.
Damn it.
All of them are still there where Trump is in the middle of a court crisis.
A court crisis. I've never heard it positioned that way. It's a court crisis.
There's that. Let's face it, Donald Trump failed at actually getting rid of the swamp. So Vivek is basically saying, based upon experience,
Vivek is already campaigning for Trump. He dropped out. I knew he would do this. We'll see. Maybe he'll get the VP. He might. Trump does not have a running mate. He obviously no Mike Pence. He hasn't announced anybody yet. We'll know by this summer when they have all the conventions and everything. We'll know who his running mate is by then. Super Tuesday will solidify him. Unless something crazy happens, Super Tuesday, he'll just be solidified as the nominee.
Experience and observation that they will end up probably wiping Trump out. They will try to destroy his family. It's not enough for them.
They're attacking. They're going to attack his family.
Friends. So they're going to get worse and worse. They don't want him anywhere near the White House. So I don't think that Vivek Ramsey's trying to be slick.
Vivek Ramsey? Is that what he just called him? Vivek Ramsey.
Fuck your family. I don't think he's trying to be cute.
Vivek Ramsey. God damn it, Brett.
I sincerely think that Vivek has a good heart.
Vivek Ramsey.
And he's basically warning the people out there that this is the deal.
Yes, he is literally just a GIF because he doesn't show himself on camera anymore. This is an old picture of him wobbling.
The only question I have is, isn't Vivek
Ramsey
concerned about himself?
Pharaoh.
Isn't
Vivek Ramsey's the third.
He concerned about his own life? Because Vivek himself is the type of person that wants to cause a lot of havoc with the Democrats. He wants to turn the government upside down. He has a lot of the same ambitions and dreams as Donald Trump. What makes him think that he's not in any more danger? My solution and answer for this is Vivek and Trump.
His solution and answer
need to not go after each other, but they need to work together. Trump is going to win. He's going to get through a lot of this garbage. But I think that he should really, really consider taking Vivek in and not making him an enemy or just simply setting him off somewhere in a corner like a broken toy. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the two men working together. Well, that's where I'm at. I hope that Trump isn't right, though. I hope that Vivek isn't just somebody with a lot of charisma who's really smart, who knows how to manipulate people and all that, because we already got enough
he's already in his back pocket.
Democrats like that are able to do that. But so far, to be honest with you, Vivek has seriously impressed me. I haven't thought to myself
he's a Gore believer just like you, Brett.
I'd rather vote him in than Trump, but I have thought to myself that it would be great if he was on.
You know what? The polling is showing that Haley is gaining ground on Trump in New Hampshire. This will be the next primary vote, and it's not this commanding lead that it has been for so long. You know, if she's almost within 10 points, so if she goes into this and surprises people, She'll win. She'll at least get the delegates. I don't know if they split the delegates or if the winner gets all of them. I'm not sure how. These primaries are so flawed. It's not real democracy. It's just the parties controlling how their candidate is selected. So,
card with Trump, and they actually helped each other to make America great again. It really seemed like Vivek would make a good contributor to that. But we all know the truth about a lot of these leaders, right?
No.
If they don't get power, if they don't get to become president, they're not going to take a lower position. They want the big man powers. It's not enough for them to become vice president or
vice president is pretty big.
That for them,
a lot less responsibility too. So it's kind of like you're president with all the perks of being president, but you have a lot less responsibility. You get most of the same perks.
There is that certain desire and ambition for power. So it is what it is. Too bad you can't vote in 2 presidents, though, right? All right, so that's all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.
All right. What else should we look at? I will be back in just a moment here, and we'll watch some other stuff. Chill right here for me, and I'll be right back. back again. Let's check out this crazy video. And by the way, if any of you would be so kind as to start a tip train to help us out here, just trying to get a little closer to the weekly goal. I have the link pinned right there in the chat. Just test it out. Feel free to test it out. Let me know if it's working. And yeah, please like the stream. Oh, I also want to shout out the Patreon poll one more time here. It's not a poll as much as it's a post, and the comments are open to anybody, not just active patrons. And you can comment there and give us your top 5 DP antagonists. I'm going to be at work later tonight here figuring a good solid list of those out there. So I would appreciate your input before I close it, because pretty much after this stream, I'm going to close it up and start looking at it. I'll look at every comment that somebody left and take a and see where we're at. Whose name came up the most? Whose name came up at the top of most people's lists? That kind of stuff. We'll take a look at it and come up with what we need to look at here. Yeah. Leave your top 5 on there. Just go and leave a comment there. Public post. All right. This is a crazy public freak out, the cops come kind of video. Let's see what it's all about here.
She just spit on my car now. You can see it leaking down. She's spitting on me.
He has her blocked in.
He's
blocking my fucking car.
I'm not.
He's literally blocking
You
me.
drove into me.
No.
You drove into me.
Into
the front of your car hit mine.
You're supposed to be on that
You
side,
drove into me.
On this side.
You drove into me, ma'am. Ma'am, you drove into me. Ma'am, you drove the front of your car into me. You put the front of your car into mine. I didn't move the back of my car into you.
You fucking stop right there in the middle of the fucking road.
Because you almost hit me.
Fucking reason, bitch.
Because you almost hit me.
Bitch, you want to fucking do this fucking shit. Hurry up, hurry up, bruh. Just drive fucking over here, bruh.
She's like, hurry up, bruh.
Fucking drive over here, bruh. This is gonna be fucked up. Stop fucking recording me, bitch. You can't record me, bitch, without my permission, bitch. Stop fucking recording me, bitch. Stop fucking recording me, bitch.
She's like a cartoon character.
Stop fucking recording me, bitch.
It's such a weird tone of voice.
Stop fucking recording me, bitch. Stop fucking recording me, bitch. Where the fuck are the police, bitch?
I called them. They're on their way.
The police, bitch.
They're on their way.
My car, dumbass fucking
Just wait for the cops.
White fucking trash.
Just wait for the cops.
You fucking Jewish bitch.
Oh, there you go.
We're waiting for the cops. We don't need to. It's private. We're not blocking traffic. Yeah, this is private.
Do you own it, bitch?
No, either does the city though.
Huh? She's like, do you own it? It's like, oh, it can only be private if he owns it, apparently. Oh yeah, his car is scraped up right there.
Just wait for the cops. Just wait for the cops.
Look how far you are.
Wait for the cops. Just wait for the cops. You started driving at me, so I stopped.
You can't drive for shit.
You started driving at me, so I stopped.
Her fucking, like, weird sweatsuit thing says juicy on the back of it.
You drove the front of your car into mine.
You're supposed to be on this side.
You drove the front of your car into mine. Here's the cops. Here's the cops. Well, I'm pressing charges now. I'm pressing charges now.
Stop! You can't press charges.
I'm pressing charges.
You're recording me without my permission, bitch.
It's illegal.
Why do people believe this?
Knock it off.
Yep.
Stop recording me, bitch. Stop recording me, bitch.
You just hit my phone.
Stop
You
recording
just hit my phone.
Stop recording me, bitch.
You just hit my phone.
She's like, brah. She's calling the cop brah.
She just spit on me. She hit my phone. She hit my car.
Right, this thing over here. Hold on. Let me put my phone in my pocket, you fucking pig. Let me put my phone in my pocket, you fucking pig.
Stop.
Bruh. This is it, bro. What
Bruh.
the fuck is this shit?
Bruh.
How you gonna arrest
Stop.
me,
You're not
bro?
under arrest right now. No.
How you gonna arrest me when I got places to be?
How are you going to arrest me when I got places to be?
Bruh, he can't record me without my permission. That's fucking the law. No, it's not.
Stop.
He cannot record me.
And you can't hit him,
I
okay?
didn't hit him.
She did. He saw you.
To help de-escalate this, you mind just turning your camera off and just let him sit to the side with you?
You think you
So that's that. That's why do people behave that way? She wouldn't have. She dug her own grave there. It was ridiculous. All right, guys. I want to keep the stream going. I've got some other stuff to play, but I'm hoping maybe you guys can help me get to at least 15% of the goal. If you're out there and you want to help out, the link's right there in the chat. 15% towards the goal would be very helpful. If you would be so kind as to use the link in the description, help us get a little closer to that. That would be so wonderful. I'm going to take just a moment here. How about this? I'll put a Zap on the line. I was just charging the Zap collars earlier because I was cleaning up a little bit, and I put the Zap collars on the charger, so they're ready to go. So if you can help me get to 15%, I'll do a Zap. That's an old school thing that we haven't done in a little while. Like, I haven't done it. If you would be so helpful to help me get to 15%, thank you. And we're going to have to watch a little bit of Jared. Let's see what he's up to.
What's going on, guys? This is Genesis here, and I have fucking fuzz on my head, as usual. That's just, having cats, it comes with the territory. So let me just take a nice little check there. I think we're good for the most part. So yeah, guys, I'm just trying to get to that 500 subs so I can nuke some troll channels.
I don't get what he thinks he's going to be able to do, because he'll file the DMCA and then it'll get kicked back, and then he'll have to take it to court, which he's not going to do. So I don't understand why he thinks this is going to work. It doesn't work.
If you haven't subbed yet,
I wish YouTube wasn't just a bunch of AI and there was someone I could actually talk to and be like, hey, this guy's going to file a bunch of false DMCAs and he's not going to follow up on them. So he's just abusing the system. So you should, plus he's already banned for life from YouTube. So please just get rid of him. So before he causes all these issues, because I tell you what, a good way for Jared to get grounded again from the internet would be if a lawyer sent a letter to his dad, like a cease and desist letter, because for filing false DMCAs and harming people's income. Because I tell you what, Jared's dad was recently, well, maybe not recently, but within the last few years, Jared's dad was actually taken to court because he had outstanding debts And someone sent me some of that information. So I don't think Jared's dad would be very happy getting another letter from a lawyer because his son is fucking around on the internet filing legal copyright notices without really knowing what he's doing.
Do it, or else I will fart on you like this. Hold on. Yes. Gotti. I'm single, ladies. But the best way for me to get subs is to talk shit because I'm an expert at talking shit.
Are you?
Maybe it's because I'm English.
You're not English. Maybe it's because I'm English. You're not English.
Maybe it's because
you say you're Polish all the time for one thing, and now you're English.
I don't know, dude. Because I'm a fucking incel. I'm a pro at talking the shit, so let's just keep doing this. It's probably better than, fucking video game playthroughs. So yeah, guys, I want to talk about Osmond Gold, or whatever his fucking name is. Osmond fucking Ozzy Osbourne. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. This guy seems stale to me. He just seems like a normie, as the little 4chan.
Yeah, this is a fitness channel. He's showing you guys how to get fit. He's the epitome of peak male fitness.
Nothing special about this person, and yet he has like millions upon millions of followers. What kind of weird degenerate world is this where some fucking normie like him could have, a following the size of a goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the size of a fucking Roman army,
Oh, good one.
In the fucking BC era. Like, what is this shit, bro? I know it's a weird analogy. I think that came to me because I know a lot of these people, these little bitches, like to play Command and Conquer, with their little fan following.
What?
People who don't even care about them and who just use them because, it helps them promote their own fucking beliefs and stupid fucking agendas. The internet is narcissism. You guys need to understand that. It is 100% narcissism.
So you're part of that 100%, right?
And that's all it's ever been. I don't want to hear about the good old days, bitch.
You say that all the time. You do that. You do the back in YouTube back in the day when people actually did it because it mattered. Now they just do it because they get paid and they sold out, bro. And now they steal all the views so I can't get any views. You do the same thing.
Well, Chad, dude, it sucked. People were just as stupid. I'm from the 90s, and I can promise you.
You're from the 90s? I think you were actually born in the 80s, right? If you're 37 or whatever.
It sucked, bro. The 90s in itself are extremely overrated, man. Okay, the music was pretty good. But aside from that, bro, I mean, it was just another stupid decade, bro. I think people are just stuck on nostalgia, I guess. I don't know, man.
Is it like anyone who was alive in the 90s is from the 90s?
But yeah, dude, going back to Osmond Gold TV or whatever his fucking name is, man. He does the corny thumbnails. He talks about the trendy topics. It's like, bitch, why don't you have a personality of your own? Why don't you actually talk about, other stuff, dude? You're so stale, son. And I just can't stand people like this. I've heard that this guy is maybe more decent than the, I don't know. I don't believe it. But I hear people say, like, he's the best big YouTuber. Like, he's, more decent than PewDiePie. Why? I mean, what is it about this guy?
He's always jealous of people who are liked because he's not liked by pretty much anybody.
So goddamn special. Am I missing something? Does he work at an orphanage? Does he, I know Mr. Beast claims to be like a fucking, savior to the world. It's like, guys, you gotta understand, it's all for clout. And as much as I hate this guy, Papa Meat, the Meat Canyon videos, he nailed it with Mr. Beast, bro. He's just a clout chasing bitch, dude. He's a fucking, he's a Jake Paul. He's no different than some ass clown like him. The guy that laughed at the person who committed suicide in Suicide Forest in Japan.
I think that wasn't that Logan Paul?
These are the kinds of people you guys worship. And I can promise you they all laugh at you. You're all just little peons to them. They do not care about you. You guys have to understand that. Stop having false saviors, okay? Jesus Christ is the one you want to follow. Not some little Irish twerp like Asmongold TV, you know what I'm saying? Asmongold, you fucking, is your ass made of gold? Why is your name Asmongold?
He always does the, like, he's Irish.
Gold.
The Irish twerp.
I don't know, bro. These corny motherfuckers.
He was doing the same thing with Gavin McInnes.
With their names. And I know I'm saying that with the name Jared Juggernaut, but hey, dude, let's just be honest. It's a pretty cool fitness channel name. I think so, anyway.
I think so, bro.
But, I mostly just use that name to mock one of my old trolls whose name I'm not going to mention. He also likes to call himself a little superhero because he's a deluded twat. So it's mostly just a mockery of that loser. Which, by the way, you know, it's funny. It's almost kind of somber feeling. Like, I know in 2024, I'm probably no longer going to be dealing with all these loser trolls that I dealt with, because now I can finally shoot their shit down. You know what I mean? Now I can finally... Now that I learned YouTube actually cares when you get 500 subs and get partnered, they will take down copyright shit. So
they don't, though.
I don't think I'm really going to be...
You tried and it didn't work.
...dealing with them anymore. I mean, I think it's going to trigger them to the point where, you know, because they're all just using the cloud. That's the only reason they're still around, is to support their drug habits and, you know, their tiny little egos. That's the only reason. So if I'm...
He said I was into spice.
To actually empower myself, I really doubt that any of them could fucking handle that. Like, I really fucking doubt it. But I guess we shall see. So anyways, guys, there's my video, Asmongold TV. Is he the worst person on the internet? I mean, probably not, but I still think he's a corny motherfucker, so I'm gonna talk some shit. Anyways, guys, have a great one. Peace.
All right. So, man, you know, it's a slow day. Normally when I do these afternoon streams, we get some good donos, but not so far today. Not so far today, it seems, which is fine. But shit. Yeah, Jared is the worst. Yeah, what? Okay, well, that turns everything around. That turns everything around right there. Ha ha. Fuck sickos, by the way. All right, yeah, that's the beginning of a big tip train. If you want to push it a little further, you know, with some 2s and 5s and 10s and 20s, yeah, that would be great. My goal was 25% for this stream. Now we're less than 10% away from that. I think we can do it. Fuck sickos. And let's, you know what? Maybe we should do some Sturgis next. That might be interesting. We gotta load up our Sturgis soundboard. Let's see. Is it ready? Oh, no.
Yeah, Ben is definitely into cumin, paprika, and cayenne pepper, all the spice.
You know what? I do like
Hello, everyone. I'm
cumin.
Sturgis.
I like paprika a lot.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sturgis. Sturgis.
All right, we're good for Sturgis now, right? Let's play the intro and then we'll get into Sturgis. And thank you for starting that tip train. I really appreciate it.
I'll use my camera to essentially look directly into it and tell you to go fuck yourself.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
TP, are they gonna touch me?
Penis.
All right. Here's Sturgis' latest video. Let's see what it's all about.
Hello, everyone. I'm Renown Zero.
Hello, everyone. I'm Renown Zero.
We're back again talking about some Rippaverse detractors.
We're back again talking about some of these Rippaverse detractors, bud.
We're going to be dunking on today, including...
I do like garlic, salt, and lemon pepper.
People like Actual Fandom. We'll dunk a little bit on Dick Masterson and show you exactly how weird these people are.
They're
and
weird,
we got
bud.
Even more people...
I have Sturgis struggling to speak.
People shouldn't... that they people who want to quote unquote dunk on Eric July, even though Eric just sits on his YouTube channel and in his home, essentially making millions of dollars,
Essentially,
doing his own
bud.
thing rather than having to talk about other people constantly. So we're gonna start here at the Ripperverse Goalpost Twitter account, starting with, of course, the Fandom Initiative. You know, those people who said they were clean to not talk about Eric, right? They're still doing it. They're never gonna stop doing it.
Stop talking about my boyfriend, bud.
This is all they know, and this is all they can do, since they built a channel around hating on this man.
On this man. They built a channel hating on this man, bud.
The Fandom Initiative want Eric July to stay in a box instead of the same people. They do not want
They want to put him in a box. That's racist, bud.
to expand and welcome all customers.
They want to put a black man, a millionaire black man, in a box, bud.
By Eric July. If you don't like my politics, you can still buy my books, which is the opposite of what I believe Kelly Sudaconic said, which was, if you don't like my
It's
politics,
racist,
you don't
bud.
buy my book, problem solved. And then now, of course, she said that independent comic sales are in the red. Dicks, balls, and backdoor actions. Mainstream comic sales are in the red because you basically told everybody to F off. Rather than,
Oh, now he's starting to say basically instead of essentially. He knows. He knows what we talk about. He pretends to not know, but he's aware of it.
welcoming everybody regardless of the politics they had, which
Essentially,
is
bud.
the opposite of what Eric July's message here is. So let's go ahead and listen to this video. Essentially.
What is the fixing he's doing?
Well, that's what I mean. Like his belief is the same of a lot of people.
By the way, I'm not familiar at all with the people who are doing this. I don't know anything
they don't
about
like
them.
Progressive comic
really.
books, so their idea of fixing it is making conservative comic books. There's nothing wrong with that stance. That's
Eric July is not a conservative. He's a libertarian. No.
He's a conservative, dude. Libertarians are in many ways conservative. He is conservative.
The stance isn't progressive versus conservative comic books. The stance is stop putting your garbage identity politics into books.
This is garbage cult-like dogma that you're spreading. These are like Scientology level talking points.
And just make books fun. You can have your politics in the book, but let it
make the books fun,
be
bud.
in the background and not at the forefront, where everyone's just telling you what their pronouns and their sexualities are. Penis.
This is why this is so weird to me. Like, if you're an indie comic book company, you can make your comic book for whatever fucking reason you want to make it. This idea that he's got to pretend that his comic books were not anti-progressive.
His comic books are not anti-progressive. He's not pretending. He's simply making it.
Literally, Eric had an entire like half-hour long segment on Fox News, and they were like, "It's a new anti-woke comic." So it's been presented that way through mass media. And Eric wasn't like, wait, that's not what it is.
Book that is grounded and fun for people who want to read comics rather than listening to the political nonsense of the people writing the book.
In nature, from the start, is such a weird position to take. It's almost like he knows that there's not enough anti-progressive people to sustain a business. It's almost as if he knows that.
It's almost as if he made $7 million, over $7 million of revenue on 3 comics. One of which is actually both of them are new IPs in the same universe, with Yaira and Gooding coming next.
And that's why he's doing this. But I could be wrong. Here we go.
You could be wrong. You are wrong. He's creating a comic universe because he was sick and tired of the...
Essentially a tip twain, bud. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, there we go. We're almost at 20% now. It's starting to happen now, bud.
People
essentially, bud,
who are currently working mainstream, taking everything that they didn't create and essentially turning it into something that it isn't. Essentially,
and economically. So our goal was never to make the same exact mistakes, just having a slant to a different side of the political spectrum. That defeats the purpose.
A slant? Dude, you make so many anti-progressive videos, anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-fucking,
No, he makes anti-pedo videos.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. No, what he does is conflate the two things and pretend like they're the same thing with his language. And then you can be dishonest about it and be like, what? You're just speaking out against the PDF files.
Not anti-gay. He's never been against gay people. Not anti-trans. He's never been against trans people. He's never even been against the idea of someone essentially chopping off their genitalia when they're essentially grown adult and can make their own decision. He's only been against people doing it to children. But of course, you would know that you don't really watch his content.
A union, like slant, like was it? So he lowered the price to $5 a month. So that wasn't working either. Let's see where we go with this here.
We will sell our.
He lowered the Riververse membership down because he's able to do that, considering all the money he's earned from the supporters and the
essentially, bud.
To anybody of whatever affiliation. You're crazy.
It's almost as if that's exactly what the big publishers do.
No, they don't. They literally make books for weirdos like you on Twitter, not for actual customers of comic books.
They will sell their products to anybody that wants to buy them.
Wait, you mean if somebody offers him money, he won't say no?
Right.
Yeah, like Sturges. All the grifters in the Comicsgate sphere that follow Sturges, you can tell they don't care if their audience is smart because they all know he's a dumbass. They all know it.
It's like he doesn't care who the customer is.
That's why EBS was like, you know what? By the way, you're also you're low IQ. You're not the hero here. You're the villain. You're a bully, and you're low IQ. He called him out exactly, and that's how they all see.
No crap, he doesn't care who the customer is. He's a capitalist at the end of the day. He will take money and give product to whoever will want to buy it.
Like Nazis too? Oh, what? Okay, what if they wanted to buy it for Drag Queen Story Hour? Would that be okay?
Even if you completely hate him.
Like, does he think Marvel doesn't do that?
That's what I mean. Like his argument.
No, he thinks Marvel and DC create books specifically for woke progressives on Twitter, whereas he does not. And they put their politics to the forefront of the story rather than letting the character express whatever identity that they have.
Argument was that these comic book companies were trying to cater to too many people, and now he's literally like, I'm doing the same thing.
No, they're catering to a very small percentage of people who don't buy books.
Sell it to women? Women can buy his comic books? I thought his stance was that women don't like comic books.
No, his stance is that women aren't the main target of comic books. See, this is why y'all are being willingly obtuse, and this is what typical leftists do. They do not understand the position of their opponent, and they assume what their opponent's position is. They do this all the time, especially
That's
with
what
these
leftists
guys.
do, bud. It's only the leftists that do that, bud. We don't do that.
Especially with the fandom initiative with Eric, Actual Fandom, and Organized Chaos Bob. They do this all the time.
Yeah, another Sturgisism. He says, at the end of the day, bud. Yeah, I need a clip of that.
Penis.
To all of the customers and fans of the Rippaverse. And if you don't like my politics,
We're at 20%. We just need to push it 5% more, and then we're at least my daily goal.
You can still buy my books.
They obviously don't know that's a joke against, again, Kelly Sudaconic, who said, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. They still don't understand that that's a joke against her.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. That line, if you don't like my politics, you can still buy my books.
Yeah, because again, you guys are dummies and don't understand that it's a joke against an actual comic pro. But we also have Richard Embry, who embraces being a detractor. Let's see what he has to say.
It seemed to me, like from my perspective, any criticism of July, it was like, oh, you know, they want to retweet it. They want to call you a hater. They want to call you a detractor.
Wrong. Any criticism from a bad faith actor like you or Dick Masterson or Pedo, right?
God. So clever of you. His name just happens to rhyme with it.
Dude who hasn't delivered a comic yet, hashtag when it's super killer. No. Those are the type of criticisms he doesn't have to.
Sturgis tries to start a new hashtag every day and no one else tweets it. I don't think he understands the purpose of a hashtag is to like try to get other people to do it too. But it's just you creating dumb hashtags.
Eric July could possibly destroy my but except because they're not coming from a place of good faith. They're coming from a place from people that don't like him anyway, especially from Vito the Pedo, who for a year and a half was pestering Eric July about his book, saying it wasn't going to succeed, it was going to fail, it was going to fall flat on his face. And yet, this is the same guy who hasn't put out a book yet. Not Richard Embry, I mean Vito, who's putting out Super Killer. So, no. People who have actually purchased his books or had any actual interest in purchasing his books, he has already addressed the criticisms, like lowering the price of the book, lowering the shipping cost, and addressing any typos in his books. So, no, you're wrong.
So, you know what I did? I just fucking embraced it. All right? I'll be the detector. You want me to be the bad guy? You got the bad guy.
Detector.
I'll be it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now you're
he said something. He misspoke like you do all the time. You do it too.
And you're trying to do that, so fuck it. I'll own it. You know? What irritates me is this whole blocking shit and talking about someone behind a block. Like, first it was Andrew that did that shit. And then
well, if you weren't being a Mughal, which is what Andrew went around calling people, you wouldn't be called a Mughal.
Now Ripper does it. And I just think like that's the man, that's the most fucking pussiest thing you can do.
The funniest thing is that people like Frogman or I don't know, the two fat individuals
the two fats, bud,
that talk about me, they do the exact same thing. So are you
you are such a liar, suggesting that the amount of blocks I've done is in any way comparable to your blocks and Eric July's blocks and all you soft ass motherfuckers over there. You block everybody. You have me blocked and you tweet at me from literally from behind a block. You don't even know, you're too dumb and you don't even know what behind a block even means. You tweet about me and you have me blocked. I don't have you blocked. So, but then you say, oh, he tweeted at me from behind a block. No, I'm not behind it. You're behind it. I'm outside of it. And if you keep talking about me, I can respond to you. Just because you have me blocked, but I don't have you blocked, doesn't mean that you can talk about me, but I can't talk about you. It's stupid.
You're going to call them out on their nonsense? Are you going to call out the other?
No, because we don't do nonsense to the degree that you would do.
Who does the exact same thing? Who talks behind blocks? Or is it just one-sided? Is it only one side is okay to do it and the other side isn't? What are we doing here?
Ooh, man. Like, I know he's gonna be like, I never said anything about you, blah blah blah. But you know, retweeting and encouraging stuff and taking shots and laughing from behind a block, it seems real bitch made, man. Like, you
are bitch made.
No, you, bud.
Sit up in a room or a live chat, I should say, with 7 other guys talking about other creators. Like my boy LG. And you talk about Eric.
My boy LG.
And he'll do it on a live
stream. He's named after a Korean phone company.
That you're all bitch made. That you all act like women. So
you block and you block everything that someone disagrees with you or the slightest thing.
So he hasn't blocked Professor Hateen. He hasn't blocked quite a few people who disagree with him. He's only gotten rid of people who he knows are being willingly obtuse. Because it's very obvious to see it with most people.
And you just block, and just, you don't think that's like SJW tactics?
No. No one has to sit up here and listen to anyone's nonsense on this app. Everyone is allowed to block whoever they want, and everyone is allowed to not associate with anyone on this app. There is a block feature for a reason on literally every social media app. You're not about to sit up here and act like it wasn't intended to be used. But If you want to embrace it, you're gonna go ahead and embrace this weirdness that your boy Ripoff first made, which this is supposed to be Alex behind Eric July in his warehouse. Pretty weird.
It's pretty hilarious. Oh no, it's so weird, bud. So weird, bud.
About the Phantom Initiative, who reminisce about the days when they were on the top of the detractors of Eric July. They doubt Rippaverse will release 6 books this year.
July right now. Like he's gone from being so well loved, and remember when the detractors were just like 10 or 15 people, and we were always the ones they said, "Oh, these are his biggest detractors," right? Now
we were first, man. Look, we're always going to be the fucking pioneers.
We were the top 4. We were the top 4 on the detractor list, right? But no, remember.
It's called leaving y'all in 2023. It's called leaving y'all in the dust. It's called focusing on your own product rather than focusing on your nonsense and all of your nonsense that comes from all of you. So, bye.
When we were the ones that they were saying, "Oh, these guys don't like him," blah blah blah. Now he has people within Comicsgate who are denouncing him, who are saying that they're not going to support him, and that is
who's we? Frogman? That's not really a big loss. I'm sorry, it's not.
Frogman,
they got rid
bud.
Of the envious, jealous Frogman, who decided he would go on this weird tirade and constant poking at people, right? Poking now at Yellow Flash because he supposedly didn't pay his artist.
Is the community that he was aligned with to sell his comic, and make no mistake.
What about Graham Nolan? What about Mike Barron? What about Gabe Al-Taib? What about Chuck Dixon? They're all CG, and they love Eric July. Mike Barron's writing a book for him. Chuck Dixon's writing Alpha Core. Gabe Al-Taib is doing, I believe, coloring, right? Because Cliff Richards, I believe, is the artist. What about Graham Nolan, who had the same exact...
What about this, bud? What about that, bud? Let me list a bunch of things. Can I go over the ISOM numbers too, bud?
Sentiment as Eric July, yet they've said nothing about him, saying that books should be on time and books should have quality while also being on time. What happened to that? What about those CG guys?
What happened to that, bud?
What about John Malin
It's so hard to listen to this.
He's in artwork by Joe Bennett in Alpha Core. I don't see John Malin denouncing Eric July. I don't see Cecil denouncing Eric July. So you're just making crap up at this point.
It isn't a big shock to me that because now he's burning those bridges, his sales have been dropping because you're creating
he hasn't really burned many bridges. And again, if you want to talk about burning bridges, right? Are we going to talk about the declining sales from Cyberfrog 2 to Cyberfrog 3, or are we just going to completely ignore that? I keep telling people that watch my videos, and I thank everyone for watching my videos, that the same tactics are not applied to both sides. Are we going to talk about how Cyberfrog 2 to Cyberfrog 3, that there's a decline in sales? Or are we just going to talk about the supposed decline from ISOM 2 to Alpha Core 1, even though those are 2 separate IPs and 2 separate sets of characters? As in ISOM being the main hero of the Rippaverse, whereas Alpha Core is a separate set of heroes within the same universe, while he's building the universe of his comics.
That foundation that you have has cracks in it now.
Well, and also, look, I mean, I'm sorry to be the guy, but like I've called all this shit from.
I'm sorry to be the guy who essentially made a video
studying
a charlatan for over a year. Essentially, even though your video was essentially garbage, and you kept saying how Glenn Beck and Mablaze funded Eric July, even though he had $1 million before he got even noticed by mainstream and promoted by mainstream.
Fucking day one that I covered the guy, basically, that like, you know, his sales were gonna fucking dwindle.
Eric talked about trying to put out 6 books next year. Where is that money? Where's that money coming from?
I don't know, the sales of ISOM 1, 2, and Alpha Core. You know, the books that can still be bought after campaigns end. You know, the merchandise that can still be purchased after the campaigns end, which I believe is a thing that these guys still have yet to understood. That you can still buy ISOM 1 and 2 and Alpha Core as well when that campaign ends. You can still buy the merchandise and the books after the campaigns end. These people don't understand that they're so stupid, and they don't realize what they're saying makes no sense. So far, they've got Yaira 1 and Gooding coming out soon. Yaira in winter, Gooding in the spring. So that's the first 2 books. The other 4 books are unannounced projects.
His campaigns dropped by half within a year and a half of each other. How is he going to put out 6 books unless there's a massive drop in quality? And I'm talking like massive drop in quality.
So the only way Eric July, according to Eric, that he could put out 6 books in a year is if the quality drops. Even though the quality of Alpha Core #1 was fantastic. Okay.
And I am very curious to see how this year goes with him attempting to put out 6 comic books.
I wonder what the goalpost shift will be if Eric is actually able to pull it off and release 6 books this year.
Yesterday,
and I think actually the 3rd book
and blocked me sicking his Simpsons. They are all Sturgis level with that attacks. It's hilarious. And
It's
army
true.
Of Sturgises.
Yeah, it's an army of Sturgises.
Is ISOM #3. So those are the first 3 books, I believe, are Yaira #1, Gooding the Polymath, and ISOM 3.
Yeah.
I am very,
Cool. Sounds so awesome. Can't wait to see
and
it.
I believe it might possibly be Alpha Core 2 and Yaira 2. And I'm going to say possibly, I would say the other book is either going to be Santuan or Norfolka. I have no insider information about that. I'm just
bud.
speculating.
So for
I'm just speculating that it might be Norfolka, bud.
July to go, there is no independent community. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, anybody. Not only does anybody that works in the community or operates in it understands how fucking stupid that is to say, but like anybody that just cares at all, even slightly.
It's not stupid, bud. You're the stupid one, bud. You're the stupid one, bud.
Knows that that's like.
I've seen him respond to arguments by just saying no. Wow, that was so great, so brilliant how you took down that argument, Sturgy.
It's just objectively untrue, and only the only person that could say that is someone who has no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
I consider myself part.
None of you have any idea what you're talking about when it comes
No,
to
you, bud. No, you, bud.
Eric July. So you guys should be the last ones talking about having no sense about anything.
The independent community.
Mad Clown. Mad Clown. I'm surprised you're not in the Regal Tussle this year. I'm just saying. Mad Clown, you're not in the Regal Tussle this year because you did not volunteer. By the way, if you're an actual maniac, you get a special role to be in the actual maniacs private chat. So the Regal Tussle is on Friday, January 26th. So I need videos by the 25th. But here's the thing. I'm going to decide the entry order for Actual Mania coming up in like a couple days here. Because the Regal Tussle, everyone enters in at an order. And the longer you're in it, the more you get deducted from your voting. They're going to be voted on like in groups of 8 at a time. And the bottom half gets eliminated at the end of each round. You'll join? Okay, Mad Clown. I'll put you in now. I'll put you in. But I need your video. 3 to 5 minutes video, Mad Clown. No longer than that. 3 to 5 minutes.
Well, I attend conventions.
Yeah.
You know what? It's impossible to ignore there. It's a big part of it. And
we are so close to our goal of 25%. If anyone wants to help out, feel free to throw in a couple dollars.
The other thing is, I think it's really disingenuous for anybody to go, I want to see the independent community thrive and be big and bold, but then do absolutely zero.
Just one video. There's no theme. It's a battle royal, basically. And the winner will take on the undisputed champion Drake Dragsaw next month at next month's Actual Mania event. So anyone in it can win, but when I randomly decide the entry order, you want to be towards the end of the event
to help promote that community when you have one of the biggest platforms.
Because he's not owed anybody his platform. He decides who and when he promotes people. Why is this a hard concept for you all to understand? Nobody has to promote anybody. You are your best promoter.
Everybody.
You should be the one, for the most part, getting your stuff out there. If you end up getting some shout outs from people, make sure it's organic and not just you begging people to do it for you. It's nobody's job to promote your product except you. But anyway, we got also this guy who is triggered by neurotic thumbnails. Let's get into it.
Me finding probably the loudest one of them all, Nerdrotic.
All right, so we're going to continue watching this, but I really, 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 really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to put a video up just for like a few moments here while I go to the bathroom really quick, and I'll be right back. Again. All right, let's get back into it.
For those of you who don't know, you lucky few, Nerdrotic is a commentary YouTuber who I feel is pure poison to the YouTube platform. Specifically, the
Oh no, putting out opinions is poison to the platform.
Film side of the platform. Don't believe me?
That's your opinion, bud.
At his channel, will we? Now,
yikes! Oh no, thumbnails.
I notice immediately. Nerdrotic's thumbnails. They instantly catch your eye with just how absurd and downright insulting they are. Now, thumbnails to me are...
And thumbnails are supposed to pull in the viewer so that they watch the content. That's the whole point of a thumbnail.
It's just one of those days. Don't take it personal. Take what personal? I'm not sure what's going on.
Clear sign of somebody's intentions. Reason being, it's the first thing you see when you watch a video. It's the first impression you're given to that video. But the difference here is that these thumbnails...
Are you referencing that old song from the 90s?
...are a pathetic attempt to get people's attention. He likes to use...
Well, it's not that pathetic.
What was her name, Monica?
Considering all those videos you showed have hundreds of thousands of views, so he must be doing something correctly. By the way, his thumbnails, I believe, are created by Perry Chan.
Use Hollywood in big letters, likes to use woke in big letters. He likes to use actors' faces and turn them into the strangest of things, whether it's related to the video or not.
A lot of people do that.
After all, why is Tom Hanks here? Why is he dressed up like the warrior?
Because the face is hilarious. It's the type of face that'll get someone to click this video.
As in Black Panther, why do you constantly put actresses' heads on a bodybuilder's body?
That
Why
is
are
kind of
you
weird,
removing their
but it's funny. I don't really care about
None
the
of this
thumbnails.
has anything to do with the video that you're making.
I'm glad Sturgis finally figured out how to record the audio of the video that he's watching.
All those thumbnails have always had something to do with the video that he's making.
And that's intentional.
He simps
You see,
so
no
hard
object
for
is an
these
infamous
guys.
hate baiter. That's why he gets so
I'm not a
many views.
simp, bud.
He gets
That's not what a
people
simp
in
is,
by
bud.
baiting them.
He gets people in by being informative of what he's talking about in every single video he's ever created. This is how I know this guy doesn't know anything about Nerdrotic and has never watched a single video from him.
Never watched a
Just look
single
at this
video,
thumbnail.
bud.
None of this has any real meaning to the video. It's just a bunch of actors edited to look ridiculous. Why make it like this? The reason? It's desperation.
It's not desperation, especially for a channel that has almost 1 million subscribers.
It's so often said that
essentially,
if you resort to clickbait to get people to watch your videos, it often means that nobody wants to watch your videos just as they are.
yet he has hundreds of thousands of views on every single video and has almost 1 million subscribers, but apparently nobody wants to watch his videos.
It's a lazy and pretty pathetic attempt to grab people's attention. By putting...
That's the whole point of a thumbnail. You just said that earlier.
well-known actors, some for better or for worse, on your thumbnail to get people to watch you. As the excessive use of editing to completely disfigure people who have never done anything wrong to him.
So what? Moving on.
Okay.
These videos are entertaining. Your labels do nothing. You got this person saying these three
Your
members
labels do nothing,
the
bud.
worst parts of the nerd community, the racist, misogynistic, phobic trinity. So you see Neurotic, Tyrone Magnus, and the Critical Drinker. Yeah. Sure. Clowns compare Eric July to the funny mustache man from WW2. He's getting people riled up over a culture war.
Anarcho-capital.
Before we start, do you understand? Remember what Eric July said about his haters? Fat, out of shape, and white.
That's how he
Fat, out of shape, and white?
He
Aren't
saw
those
that
the-
he could make way more money grifting
Fat and
on
out of
the
shape the same thing?
right on bullshit comic books. He knew all these nerds was an open space. And, I'll be the black guy and I'll go over to these nerds and they'll do whatever I say. And he was like,
So he's grifting because he's a black guy? Yeah, something he can't change is him being a black
He would change if he could, bud. He would change. He just can't, bud.
guy.
exactly fucking right.
Well, I don't
It
really
all
like
stems back
comics
to the-
books,
the
but
fact
he
that
says the things I agree with, so I
All
like
this
it.
entire
That's how you get people involved. You can grab people who've never opened a comic book, who've never read a comic book before, to read a comic book, saying that this is going to be great. It's called marketing.
Anyone out there who's watching right now who wants to help us meet our daily goal, basically, we were trying to get to 25%. We're at 21.11%. We're so close. If you would like to help us by keeping that tip train rolling, please do so. Thank you so much.
is based on getting people riled up over a culture war. And It's
Yes.
like, okay, maybe there is a bit of a culture war.
So you backtracked on exactly what you said. You're getting people riled up over a culture war. Okay, so they may be a culture war. So, again, make it make sense.
This is not helping. Like you're just getting, you're essentially doing what Hitler did.
He's getting people enthusiastic about a brand new comic book company that he owns solely.
Before the Second World War, where he would just go to bars and get people riled up, and they'd march in the fucking streets and riot, and he'd go home.
So again, you're comparing him getting people enthusiastic for a brand new comic book company, a brand new IP, in comparison to the funny mustache man from WW2, riling people up to go fight? What?
They're not even doing that. They're following algorithm. As soon as they see what's trending, that's what they talk about. These are the pussies not even in the bar. They're in the streets looking into the window.
They're doing digital beer hall pushes.
Yeah. Fucking pussies, everybody.
Yeah, it really is like it's disappointing that like you just kind of notice that pattern after a while. You're just like, man, they're just talking about the same shit all the time. You don't really hear them talk about anything like good.
because there's nothing really that good to talk about. And when there is something that's good to talk about, they do talk about it. Again, more people who don't know the way their opponent operates or anything that their opponent says, or they don't know anything about their opponent's position on anything before they start talking.
No.
Drinker's the only one out of any of them that actually does.
He's making something. He's a published author.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Eric July is a published comic book writer. Oh no.
He actually does stuff.
But he's the only one that actually ever covers anything he liked.
Not only that, he's always trying to change it up. He gets bored with it. He always has like a different take on it.
I have not studied Eric July like these guys have. I'm more fascinated by Sturgis and how dumb he is. Eric July, not so much. He's kind of boring. Smarter than Sturgis, but not like incredibly
and shit. Like,
bright.
this is what they could have did. It would have been better. None of them do any of that. They just go for the latest thing. And
whether you like his takes or not.
It's called talking about the current pop culture news.
No,
oh, is that what it's called?
I don't think you could consider him a grifter per se, because he's not doing anything. Like, he's not trying to sell you shit. Like, the only comic book he wrote was a Rambo First Blood fucking thing.
Who wrote that? Eric didn't even write that.
Eric didn't even write that, bud.
Eric didn't even write that. Yeah, and we go over to Dickie Boy Masterson, because apparently out of this, right, he gets the next thing that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the video first. We're going to laugh at it because I think this video is hilarious. And we'll see what Dick Masterson got out of this 47-second clip.
He's threatening me!
But of course, for the people that aren't informed of Eric July's content, he has this bit where people clutch pearls every time they get offended by something and faint on the couch.
He's hilarious! Ha ha! Ah ha!
Faint on the couch! He's threatening me! Threaten you with what?
And this is coming from when they said that he was threatening CG's existence.
Nigga, what are you talking about? What am I threatening you with? What am I threatening you with? What can I do? I don't need him. I've been in the game for 50 years. Comic pro. Okay. You the big bad booty daddy. What can I do to you? I can't do anything
Big bad booty daddy, Big Papa Pump.
to you, man. But apparently I'm some guru. I got the strings attached. I'm just some evil, sinister fucking puppet master. I'm going around controlling people. Controlling them to do what? Who the fuck knows? But it sounds very evil because Eric July is conspiring.
Now, what did Big Brain Dick Masterson get out of all of this? That Eric July shaved his shoulders.
He did shave his shoulders. I don't know if Riley won though, because Riley wanted to do the shaving.
That's what he got out of this video. Riley lost his Batman. What's he gonna do now? Maybe Jasmine likes him shaved. We got Chris Bacon. Unfortunately, we will have to inform JJ that if we can shave Eric July, we can save Eric July theory has been officially debunked. Oh my God, his poor wife. She's the one who had to shave those shoulders. That poor soul.
Thank you so much for the first super that you've ever done, Fernando Prado. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you guys are obsessed with the type of hair a man has on his body. It's pretty gay. So we got him. Here we got Vito.
You mentioned gay stuff a lot. I don't know.
So Yellow Flash has been holding his comic book artist.
You always
hostage
take it there. Like whenever someone is about to make you look stupid, you're like, I'm gay. I'm not gay, bud.
Forcing the guy to choose between getting paid up front or getting a percentage of the total sales. The guy who's relying on donations against kids' Christmas. You don't even know the whole thing, bro. Dealer literally came out and said himself that he chose to own 40% of the property rather than taking payment. You give someone an advance against their royalties. This crap is like Bush League kids' games. Embarrassing. Just send them the money with no strings, Flash, you greedy cocksucker. Dealer draws the only reason your comic exists. Your script is crap. Now, this is the same crap that he pulled before reading Isom, of course, and we all know how that turned out. Not in Dick Masterson's favor. not in Buster
Thank you.
Baxter's favor. It was Eric July that got me fired from Tim Kess's Adam Crigler. Of course, going along with the meme that Eric July did stuff. It's a meme at this point. Similar to the "What's your favorite part of ISOM?" God damn, they got every douchebag in the cryptosphere on this crappy joke to protect Eric July's ego. Pathetic. Dude, you sound like a baby, dog. You're back to this nonsense. Again. Shut up. I made $0 out of my $7 million culture war comic, and I'm here to teach you about business. Yeah, again. No, they don't. When there's no product yet, no loans, there's no money. Nobody's getting a salary. As some owner, my friend, I encourage you to learn more about this. I got $0 in salary, still haven't really before launching the product. I'm not trying to insult. You just have a lot to learn about business. Even though he has a successful YouTube channel where he gets constant support on there. Of course, we had the return of Obtuse Gnome, and of course, he's back. Oh my god, I found the effing Eric July Kickstarter comic. It wasn't on Kickstarter. It was on his own website. In my comic book store, bargain bin for $2. And Eric July had already got the $35 for this one, so who cares? He already got his money. People are allowed to not like ISOM, and they're allowed to essentially do with what they want.
Oh shit!
Essentially, because it's their product, they paid money for it. Oof, and it's signed. Yeah, because nobody wants anything signed by you, homie.
Nobody wants it, bud.
Price. Fenrir, how
nobody wants that signed, bud.
You write this goofy supervillain crap about me, not realize why people are making fun of you guys. Again, I always say you can't really be made fun of when you don't allow people to do so. Showing this right here. I also want to
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. By the way, you don't get to consent necessarily to being made fun of. It's not conditional upon your consent.
His yes men will turn their sights on him if he says nice things about Rippa. The thing with Dick is that he is a remorseless troll and a-hole. Nothing he does will ever make him feel bad, regardless of who it's towards. Oh no, terrible.
That's white, bud.
Oh no, terrible. Because obviously you have to sneak somebody in somewhere. I can tell this is the Gilded server. So, well, nobody talks about Rippaverse stuff anywhere. How I lost $7 million to a bunch of parasites. So this is how he feels about anybody involved with Rippaverse, including the customers. He considers everyone to be parasites.
I think he's talking about people leeching the money off of him. All the money he made. Well, he's also kind of pissing it away in various wasteful ways. So I don't know. I don't know. Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. I'm very happy. We almost made it to the goal. I'm going to go for a little bit longer. If we meet the 25%, I'll go for another hour or whatever. But if we don't hit it relatively soon, I'll probably call it a night. It is up to you. And by the way, super chats don't count towards the goal. I do appreciate it. Sturgis confirmed gay. Thank you so much, Fernando. Yeah, super chats are appreciated. They don't go towards the goal because it just doesn't work that way. But super chats are definitely appreciated because they pay out at the end of the month with AdSense and everything. And we're never going to say no to them. Never. You don't have to super chat, but it's greatly appreciated, Tubes.
Every one of us to be parasites. Yeah, every single person. I don't know how this was supposed to be good, but it looks like same subs, I guess. I don't know. This might have been recent, actually, now that I think about it. This is just, they took screenshots of how they made 14K views in 2 years versus 14K views in 2 days. Not really a huge deal, in my opinion. But I guess it's a small victory, considering they want to come at my neck for my small channel, right? People want to come at my neck about how my views are low.
God, you have these crazy delusions of grandeur. People aren't coming at your neck, which sounds really weird. Like you're wearing a pearl necklace or something. What they're doing is they're laughing at you because you're a fucking low IQ weirdo that talks a lot of shit and then cries when people strike back at you. That's why you're a buffoon. You're a lol cow. That's basically it, bud. That's what it is, bud. All right.
Now I'm a way smaller channel than a lot of people out there. So I guess I should be allowed to say that's not a big deal for a channel your size. So at the end of the day,
he says that a lot. At the end of the day, it's really weird.
Pictures are going to pop up. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more when Yaira #1 comes out. I'll be covering every single second of it, along with Reverse Goalposts. If you don't already follow him, shout out to him. Follow him over on Twitter and YouTube. I believe he's close to 1,000 subs if he's not already there. And again, I thank everybody for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning
Here he
viewers.
goes.
If you like the video,
Holler if
hit
you
that
hear
like button,
me.
comment below what you feel about all of this. Subscribe for more content and hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Holler if you hear me. All right. We do have other stuff to watch. I will do this. We are going to put up a timer. And if we get to 25% before the timer runs out, I'll go for another hour minimum. And I do have some more stuff. We'll go 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Here it is. See, I said that this is the debate screen. I want to have more debates that we can have, that we can set up here, you know? Where me and Billy or whoever else is co-hosting that night are down at the bottom, and then the two debate people, you know, and we could put people in and out of it. We can move people around and get different debates. I need more people to debate. I need like attainable people and cool topics to debate. That would be fun, bud. Sturgis won't debate. He won't even watch our videos. He'll just comment on the comments. And then he reads what he did on Twitter that week or whatever. It's weird.
Penis. Hello everyone, I'm Sturgis. Sturgis. Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Sturgis. Penis.
That's gay, bud. That's gay right there, bud. That's gay, bud.
I have both of the chats on the screen because they both kind of fit right there. No, you Sturgis.
Sturgis. Sturgis. No, you bud.
If anyone wants to help us meet the goal, use the Streamlabs link up at the top of the chat. Send me a couple bucks. We're at 21%. I'll extend the stream for an hour from right now, which is, you know, it'll be like 6:35 p.m. Pacific by the time this runs out. But yeah, I had the timer for the debate so we could be like, nope, time to shut up. We gave you 3 whole minutes and you didn't say what you wanted to say, so that's the end for you. I do like the design of this overlay. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, normally the show would have started about 15 minutes ago, and now I'm here, you know. Now I'm here, and I'm like, shit, it's about time to end almost soon, because I started 3 hours early. 69 seconds. Yeah, we're no you Sturges. No, you Sturge. By the way, I am more than happy to go for another hour. Don't think you're like saving something. I would actually like to hit the 25%. So if you're out there being like, oh, I don't want to make him stream all night, I'll stream more and more to meet the goal. So don't let that sway you. Okay. I definitely want to hit 25%. Sturges.
Essentially.
Essentially. Ism-tism is a real thing.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sturgis.
Hello, everyone. I am Sturgis. Yeah, Sturgis is pregnant with Elwick's baby. All right, we're down to the last minute. Down to the very last minute here. Who is going to help? Who will help with the goal? The final countdown. 45 seconds, 30 on the dot right here, half of a minute left. If we hear G-Man, is it gonna play? Yeah, it is. It'll play G-Man when it runs out. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's not going to happen. 2, 1.
Time out.
I saved that from the old G-Man soundboard that I believe is lost to time. Time. All right. So if the dono comes through at any minute, I'll still honor it. But otherwise, I do believe I will be ending the stream momentarily here. Time. Okay. All right. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do tonight. I gotta tally up these top 5 antagonists, because on Friday we have a private show where we're gonna vote on the top 10. So I have to do that, and I've got other stuff to make sure you check out the pre-show. I might start uploading these streams to the pre-show too as bonus episodes. So you might want to check that out. I think I'm going to wrap this one up though. I've stalled enough hoping the 25% will come through, but it won't. All right, see you guys again tomorrow. We'll be back. Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.